Let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safely Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
It's the 6 o'clock and check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM nasty big hello.
It's not static, AM radio.
It's the Play Alpha Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. The crack at 6 o'clock, I'm logging with some sirloin bites.
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
It's the Hallelujah Crew.
I'm your huckleberry. How do?
It's the Hallelujah Crew. It's the Hallelujah Crew. It's the Hallelujah Crew. It's the Hallelujah Crew. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
How do? How do?
It's the Hallelujah Crew.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
It's the
I'm your
Hallelujah
huckleberry.
Crew.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear?
It's the Hallelujah.
Hell's coming with me!
It's the Hallelujah. Oh!
At Glue Guy's place, having some beers. Laughing so hard, you just are in tears. Sunday afternoon, what should you do? Hop in the hot tub for some peekaboo. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo, where are you now? Hot tub peekaboo, better not drown. Family's coming home, just 10 minutes to play.
Wings, beers, and a hot tub.
Trev's favorite day. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo, where are you now? Hot tub peekaboo, better not drown. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around. Hot tub peekaboo, it's going down. Hot tub peekaboo, where are you now? Hot tub peekaboo, better not drown.
6:07. What's going on, everybody? It is the Nielson Show. Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric, and YouTube Trev with you. We are live on YouTube today. If you are watching on YouTube, sub to the channel. We are live on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning. We'll get you back to classic rock just after 9 o'clock today. Of course, we are live on TuneIn Radio. We are live on the free iHeartRadio app, and we are live on the audio player over at Edmonton Sports Talk. .com. LTE, what's up, my man?
Just ready to get into the playoffs here.
Yeah, you're right. I think
I last night like 7:30 puck, you know, and you're kind of like, this is what it's. This is a precursor.
7:30, 8 o'clock.
This is a sign of what's to come here.
Maybe the odd 8:30. Who knows?
Just get us there already. Oilers Kings. Let's go.
I'm
don't
not
even play the last couple games here. Just give it to the Kings. Give the Ducks the wild card and away we go. Who's complaining?
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not going to be overly frustrated about last night's loss.
No.
Okay, I know if you came in here wanting a bunch of rants today and a bunch of people ripping the team,
No.
you're not going to get it today. I mean, they lost to the best team in the league.
In a shootout.
They were missing some guys. The Oilers are missing some guys. In a perfect world, I'd like them to stay in second and have home ice against the Ducks in the first round.
Yes.
What could end up happening here is the Kings could catch the Ducks, and it could be Oilers and Kings again. But I don't want to sit here this morning and rip on a team for playing, an okay hockey game, missing some of their big guys.
Dreisaitl's eating popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Hyman's nowhere.
You're getting close to returning when you're crushing the popcorn.
Somebody said he looks like a goat at one of those petting zoos. You feed him the pellets out of the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, out at the corn maze.
Yeah.
You get little pellets and you feed them to those cute little baby goats.
Well, the way that jaw was going, I think he's.
I mean, we know it's not a jaw injury.
When you're hurt, you're chewing kind of slow.
Yeah. If you're looking for positives today, Draisaitl and Hyman both skated yesterday. Hyman's questionable for Thursday. He's going to be ready to go for game 1 of the playoffs. They're going to get Draisaitl back at some point in the first round, they're thinking.
Ingram's dialed in.
Ingram looked good again. I thought he looked excellent last night. You talk about the shootout. We'll get to that as we work our way through this thing. Pizza Boy's in it says, "Oh, you got a rant from me," and he did. Pizza Boy's ranting. We've got lots of. I'm okay if you're fired up. I'm just saying I'm not going to get overly fired up about that one last night.
Fair.
I will say this: Marty Natchez is sure fun to watch. My God, does that guy buzz around out there? He had a beautiful goal in the shootout too. I thought he was excellent last night. YouTube Trev, how are you doing today? I mean, if any of the three of us are going to rant about that loss, I guess it would be YouTube Trev. But Trev, how are you feeling after taking the out last night?
You know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I'd like to say they went toe to toe with the best team in the NHL. Did they have injuries? Yes. Did the Oilers have injuries? Yes. We knew that going into the game. But for the most part, I thought it was I thought each team had their chances. There was a stretch in the second period there where the Oilers were all over them. Obviously, the Avalanche had their chances too, but the Oilers, they were cycling. They had more ozone time than I was expecting. Going against this Avalanche team that is just a powerhouse. And compared to the first game, we saw, what was it, 8-1?
That was gross. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's not who these Oilers are. I think the Oilers looked a lot better yesterday, and you lose in a shootout. I mean, I'm not mad at all. I thought the Oilers were solid.
I don't want to be super homer in this situation, but when you watch that game last night with who the Oilers are missing and who the Avs were missing, would you be overly intimidated going into a series against the Colorado Avalanche?
No.
Right?
I changed my mind a lot, actually.
The Avs have kind of been they were especially a juggernaut early in the season, but they've managed to maintain their status of best team in the league through the second half of the season. And the Avs are missing some of their big boys. The Oilers are missing a couple of their most important pieces, undoubtedly, and a guy who's sort of become an important piece in Dickinson. And they're going to reevaluate him at the end of the year. So it doesn't look overly, or at the end of the regular season, it doesn't look overly positive for his situation in the first round of the playoffs. But I think if you watch that game last night, you go, Oilers can play with Colorado if you manage to get to a conference final against them, if they get past Minnesota and Dallas. So I don't know, man. I thought it was now. People are asking a conch for the posts. We can definitely do that.
The crossbars.
How about in overtime? It didn't matter. I mean, they lost the point anyway. But so there's that. Kevin says they couldn't win a face-off to save their lives. Rye Guy says people glorifying the Avs for hitting a ton of posts. Forget how many posts Bouchard has hit this season. That's in from a Rye Guy as well when we're talking about the posts that were hit
at Norrstrom
last night. Colin the Amishman is in and says, guys, we talked about McDavid for the Hart, but maybe Draisaitl should get sole consideration. Apparently, he's the only thing making Kapanen not look like a guy who was claimed off waivers. Ooh, people are spicy today.
Wow. Okay,
we will sit. I mean, we will sit here today and be a way for you.
Yeah, a conduit to your spice.
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. I almost said conductor.
Look, you got the whistle there.
Conduit.
All aboard.
Yeah. That's a conductor.
All aboard the rat train.
I also got this. We'll dive into that a little bit here coming up too. But yeah, we'll share your, if you ever like Pizza Boy, for example.
Yeah.
Pizza Boy.
Talking about this part of the game, I don't know how you can really, given the personnel they're missing right now. I mean, if you put
that's the thing. It's like Eric and I are both gone from the show. And it's just Trev and a couple of noobs who haven't done the show. And it's like messaging in and being like, they need to fire everybody.
Did you see the emails we got last couple of weeks?
Pizza Boy texts in and says, I hope I would sleep off my frustrations, but here I am, still thinking about the Oilers' unwillingness to adjust their PP in the absence of Draisaitl and Hyman.
Okay, so he names.
With the exception of the Sharks game, they've been ice cold and still approaching PPs with debilitating patience. I know the easy out is to say they played well and lost in a skills competition to the best team in the league, which they did. But that game was there for the taking, served up on a platter, and they could only muster one goal on a team missing a good chunk of their core and whose priority was to avoid injury. 81 games in, and this team has had its destiny in its hands all year. Now has to scoreboard watch and hope they can avoid Colorado in the first round. Pizza Boy. Look, man, they're going to beat Vancouver. Okay, I think the whole city's going into panic mode, thinking that they're going to end up playing. The Ducks have lost 7 of their last 8.
Ducks are fading,
and they just lost to Vancouver.
And they're remaining. We went over their schedule. They're in Minnesota tonight.
Minnesota might just mail it in, though.
They might, but it's still a good team.
Yeah,
it's not like you're playing the Sisters of the Poor. And then they're in Nashville Thursday, which again the Predators bounced from competition now as well. But you know the way the Ducks have been playing, and 2 on the road against decent rosters.
Yeah. Tube Sock says it was a perfectly fine game. The Oilers even managed to get a point out of it. What's wrong with people today?
Point milked.
I saw people were furious that Roslovic was selected in the shootout.
Yeah.
You know what? He had him. He looked like he opened up the legs and got the puck past the stick, but it looked like it caught the inside of the right pad. But
didn't they say he
never
was
scored. He was 0 for 4.
Yeah.
But that being said, I saw one guy last night reply to me on Twitter. I didn't even mention the Roslovic thing. Somebody replied on Twitter last night and said, I'd fire Knobloch. Like, Roslovic is 0 for 4. I would have put Howard in the shootout. I said, what? You got a guy who scored 20 for you in the regular season, and you're going to say, he can't shoot. Put Howard in the shootout.
And listen, Howard played 956. Like, I think he did enough.
I thought he had a good first period and then kind of didn't get much.
Let's load manage the guy here a bit. Here.
I don't think
you're all right, Howard. Boy, what'd you think?
I don't think he played a single minute, a single second in the third period. I didn't notice.
He didn't play at all in the third?
No, I don't think so.
To look up those numbers.
Oh, he played more than I was expecting. He had 9 minutes in last night's game, but I swear all of that came in the first 2 periods. But I thought his first 2 shifts were great. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like it. And then, just nothing from the rest of the game.
Tabs text in. It says, if the Knights clinch the Pacific on Wednesday, do the Oilers rest McDavid on Thursday? I don't know. I think you
load management.
We don't do that in the NHL.
I know. Well, some do, but we call it something else.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would depend on Ducks results. I think you want home ice in the first round.
Yes,
sure.
I think you want to finish.
If you can't get the division you want to get. You don't want to settle for anything.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Spruce Grove Corey says, it's not like it was Bork over Gretzky in a shootout last night. Hey, careful what you're talking about here. Everybody's very fired up today.
According to some.
I don't know. I watched the game last night. Both teams missing guys. Played them tight. If they were to play him in the playoffs, I think it would be a really good series.
I think whether or not, and probably less likely opening round that it would be conference finals, but you got to go into this thinking that it's going to be fun, and they're right there with them.
Well,
compared to what
also,
the results at the beginning of the season.
I know there were some posts and overtime and stuff, but a conch for regulation Ingram. Ingram has played back-to-back pretty solid games, and his team's provided no offense for him. Like he was excellent in regulation last night. The shootout, I mean, that's some highly skilled stuff from some highly skilled guys.
Yes.
And it didn't, it was fine. It's not the end of the world. But this is your show. Let's go. 780-218-9999. 78. And I know some of you are probably so mad that we're not overly mad about that game last night, but I think the reasonable take on it is
playoffs on the mind.
Yeah.
The result's not, as Tube Sucks mentions, you get the point. And in the way the standings are structured right now, that's
the point was big.
It's better than no point.
The point was big.
And then you're up against this team, this behemoth of a team all season long. Since that shellacking earlier in the year, you've come around to them, you've beat them, you've lost. Like, I mean, yeah. You take the positives, you milk it, you move on.
Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Make a new train furnace now and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. So air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater, you get 15% off those plus no interest for 24 months. You know what? This is why they're the best in the biz. Visit weiss-johnson.com to book an estimate today. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox where you don't have to pay for 1 year because they got such flexible payment options. You can shop in stores in the Edmonton area, which would be West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert Center, or online at parisjewelers.com. And, of course, PJ's, Canadian and family-owned. And one of your text messages takes home the Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over half a century. Order online at royalpizza.ca or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. And available now for a limited time only, the old LTO, the spicy vegetarian.
I'll be doing that tonight.
What?
I made the executive decision in the household that it is Royal Pizza night.
Holy smokes. Lucky guy.
Royal special, no black olives. Might even do the order in the morning after the show here. Place the order.
You know what time dinner's coming then. So that's nice. Norm is in and says Ingram needs to work on his stick breaking. He played well. I thought that was a good stick break
because it
took a couple.
And then it hung off.
It hung off.
I think you want that because it looks. You know.
I felt bad for Ingram in the shootout. Like he played so well. I know. Like I get it. It's his job to stop pucks, but he played so well in regulation. I was like, tough look. You got McKinnon and Natchez just making it look silly. You know,
Kevin says nurse icing the puck at the end of regulation made my heart stop. Old Darnell getting into that.
I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. 6 o'clock hour of the show is brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Ewell, they're your power play specialists. They present the 6 o'clock hour of the Nielson Show. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Here's the show for you today. We're going to dive into your morning announcements coming up here shortly. Prolux Lighting morning after show for our partners over at Prolux. We'll dive into the game even a little bit more. You can continue to send in your frustrated texts. Which, like I said, we're fine reading them and maybe debating with you a little bit. Which is good.
Ken is in agreement with Pizza Boy and says you guys are way too casual about the loss. And he goes on, but I'll leave the rest
good. We'll get to that one. Good. I like this. We're gonna hear what Ingram had to say after the game last night. Craig Button will join us just after 7 o'clock. Play Alberta early bird bet of the man. Are we being too casual about it?
I didn't.
I don't think so. The point was good. They lost in a skills competition. Weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental. We'll go there just after 7:30. We'll get fired up for Gemco fireplaces and the Napoleon products around 7:45. Looks like many of you are already fired up, and I like that. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Greg Wyshynski from ESPN. I'm sure both Craig and Greg will have hot takes on the Norris Trophy race. So we'll get into that today. And then the wrap for William Huff this morning. We got a little treat here from William Huff as well that we're going to dive into a little bit later on.
What's in the bag?
In this hour with the playoffs just around the corner.
In the bag?
Let's get into your morning announcements. morning announcements today brought to you by Hattie's Golf Shop. Golf swag you won't find anywhere else. Visit hatties.golf. That's HADDIES.golf. Use the code NASTY15 for 15% off all online orders at Hattie's Golf Shop. All right, so the NHL, first of all, back to the Oilers updates. Draisaitl skated yesterday. They're hoping for him sometime in round one.
Popcorn. He's joking around in this, like up top there. Right?
Looks like a guy who might be there for game one.
They're having a little fun.
Just saying.
Well, okay.
I mean, I know your lower body doesn't have anything to do with the popcorn, but come on. Zach Hyman will be ready to go for game one. Questionable for Thursday. Max Jones is 3 to 4 weeks. That's a knob-lock timeline. He might be done till next December. And then Jason Dickinson will be reevaluated at the end of the regular season, which is coming up like this week. So we'll see what the reevaluation is on Dickinson. But that's a tough one because he was a good deadline pickup, and he's been pretty good for you so far. The NHL playoff picture after last night looks like this. In the Philadelphia Flyers, they clinched.
Back in it
So we get Philly
2018.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think in terms
exciting.
of positioning,
That's locked in, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. So Philly Pittsburgh's going to be a good one. Looking forward to that. I'm sure Sidney Crosby finds a way to beat the Flyers one more time. In the West, if the playoffs were to start today, Colorado would get the Los Angeles Kings for now. The Stars and the Wild, we've known about that one. The Golden Knights would get the Mammoth, and then the Oilers would get the Ducks. Now, there is a certain scenario here where the Mammoth slide down to Wild Card 2, and whoever's in the Pacific actually ends up being Wild Card 1. So
and the Mammoth and Kings have been kind of going in different directions as of late.
so if the playoffs start today, the Oilers would host the Ducks. Stop it right now. Lock it in right there. Oilers host the Ducks in the first round of the playoffs. Let's just freeze frame it right now and lock that in as well. All right, a couple other things to get to from yesterday. One, this bell was going crazy yesterday. I kept hitting it through the day as well. Welcome to EST, Edmonton Shopping Talk.
Yeah, driving us nuts thinking people are coming in to get a prize.
Yeah, we launched. Yeah, I know, it was funny. I got Trev and Eric a couple of times.
You got us.
I brought the bell into my office and I'm sitting there at my desk doing work and emails are popping up. Oh, you got an order. Ooh, yeah. So I hit it and then I'd see Trevor, Eric and walk over because usually this is the bell at the front that people would ring for service. And I was laughing at you guys. That was
hell
funny.
of a ruse. Yeah.
Anyway, we launched our playoff t-shirt yesterday. Trev, you have it again? Let's throw it up one more time. We had, as of right now, we got 88 orders yesterday for this shirt, which is pretty impressive. It's more than I was expecting.
Eric Lindros.
And you got 1 to 2 more days. Yeah. You got 2 more days to pre-order. We're going to cut off the pre-order on Wednesday. Then that'll give us a few days to get everything heat pressed and start shipping and stuff like that. So yes, if you did not order your shirt yesterday or you're just hearing about it, go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com and it's a very simple process. EdmontonSportsTalk.com, click on EST Playoff Shirt, and you can just order it right online there. You don't have to email Maddie anymore. You just go in, you select your size, you order it online, and they were flying off the shelf yesterday, buddy. It was kind of fun to see.
The website almost crashed.
Oh yeah, it was like
traffic was so intense.
It was like when Zuckerberg put up Face Smash.
Maddie's pouring water all over the servers.
Killed the Harvard network. But yeah, no, you can go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, click on EST Playoff Shirt, and you can pick up your shirt. We'll close the pre-order on Wednesday, so if you want to get your hands on the shirt, you'll have to do it either today or tomorrow. Now, I also did go back and rewatched. There it is. Trev's got it. Oh, sorry, Ricky, put it over.
No, this is what we do now.
So anyway, there it is. That's
keep it up there.
Win the whole effing thing playoff shirt. That's what it says on it, and very popular item. Flying off the shelf. So if you want to get one, go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com today. So we were talking about the Seinfeld episode with Lloyd Braun. And
Serenity Now.
It was the Lloyd Braun episode with the computers. It was the Anytown USA episode with Kramer. You know the other 2 things that happened in that episode?
I can't imagine anymore because the Kramer porch thing is equally on par.
I know.
I love the idea of him
but
sitting up there.
that was the episode in which Elaine had the shiksa.
Okay.
And all the Jewish men were like being like, I renounce Judaism. I want to be with you. And then that was also the episode where Jerry's girlfriend thought it was funny how he didn't really get mad. Then he started getting mad at everything. And then his emotions took over. And he was like, I love you, Chris. And then he asked Elaine to marry him. Like, this was
Is that when he cries? He's like, what is the salty discharge?
It was the salty discharge episode. Like, it was season 9.
Oh, yeah.
Season 9, episode 3. And I have to tell you, what an episode. 22 minutes. Give yourself some time today. Go back and watch season 9, episode 3. Salty discharge. Jerry asked Elaine to marry him.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, I know. When George walks in, he goes, what's wrong with your knee? It had everything. It was a brilliant episode of television.
It's
Absolutely.
got Lippman in it. He's one of my favorite offshoot bosses. Lippman.
Yeah.
Like Pittman's okay, but Lippman.
Lippman was good. So anyway, yeah, that was the Lloyd Braun. That was the Lloyd Braun episode. So if you want to go snag a shirt, I got the bell again today. We'll probably end up by the time this thing's
Let's
done.
do it, Jer.
Have over. Let's.
And then
She
he
goes
snaps
back.
out of it.
Yeah, he snaps out of it. EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
so.
Click on EST Playoff Shirt. Very easy to submit your order online. And huge conch to everybody who got the pre-order started yesterday. That was awesome. One other thing I want to talk about from around the office yesterday here in your morning announcements. How about our visit yesterday morning? 5 police officers. So I'm sitting in the office, in my office, just down the hallway a little bit, and I see one of the police officers that pops by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So he pops by, and I was like, oh, the boys are here. And then 3 other police officers that we'd never seen before, and I thought, oh, boy,
Now it's something. Yeah.
we're in trouble. I thought they were going to bring a dog to sniff around. Yeah.
Don't need that.
But yeah, we had five cops in here yesterday. What'd they hang out for, like 20 minutes? Great,
Right around
great,
20
group,
minutes, yeah.
great group of dudes.
Got a photo by the front.
Oh, did you get a photo?
But we
While you were in the
stood by the
lock
side and we all
Ah.
turned a bit.
Oh, really?
We looked like a barbershop choir. Like it was kind of like,
Oh
the
man, I
shoulders
want
were
to see
in.
this. Who got that? Who's got that photo?
One
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
we need to. Joel is captured on Joel's phone. So
Joel has it?
Joel, send it.
Yeah,
Send it in.
send that photo to us, man. That was anyways, 5 guys from the West End detachment here.
Yeah.
And I always feel
was
really
cool.
safe knowing that like they all listen to the show, and if like for example, if we're sitting here this morning and somebody broke in with a gun,
Emergency.
we'd be like, "Oh my god,
Get over here.
can the crew? We need you.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, we got to come up with a name for this crew.
That's a good point.
All right, if we got 5 cops, and get this, in the ultimate twist, they brought us donuts.
Yes.
That was insane.
Would you get this in St. Albert? I don't think so.
In St. Albert, they take things seriously. Duh. So anyway, we need to come up with a crew for our local detachment boys who just pop by. I told them yesterday before I got back on Lock Shop, I said, feel free to come by whenever, play video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Try the guns.
yeah, conch for our friends, the black and whites. A couple of them were wearing vests, and a couple of them weren't. And I said, "What's the deal? Are you guys like special because you got like the vest on with all the stuff?"
Yeah.
And they just said, "No, we like wearing it. Those guys just don't like wearing it, so they don't wear it." And then I tried to make it into a Seinfeld episode. I said, "You don't wear the vest? Why wouldn't you wear the vest?"
You can feel like Kramer, you get the ride along. When he's in the fire. What are you doing back there, Kramer?
Look at this text from Mike, the kind of easy trivia loser. Good thing I wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mikey, you're right. It was a good thing that you weren't here yesterday.
A lot more funny if you
Mikey's
were.
looking at 3 to 5. All right, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, shout out to those guys for coming by yesterday. It was good to see you. And send us that picture. Oh, Razzie Cat says, what about the Blue Crew? That's good. I mean, we could maybe come up. I was wondering if there could be something around squad.
Group of orcas, because Orca Driver, right? Is Orcas?
Yeah,
is that a pod?
what's a group of
It's a pod. You call them
The pod squad.
The pod squad.
The Pod Squad. I like it. There we
The
go.
Orcas.
Shout out to Conch to the Pod Squad
Pod
for popping by yesterday.
Pod squad.
Those guys are such beauties. The next time I think they come in, they'll be wearing Pod Squad t-shirts.
I would not put it past them.
All right, your Prolux Lighting Morning After Show is on the way next. And we'll hear what Ingram had to say after a pretty good performance. I mean, I think you have, don't you kind of have to be feeling, I don't want to say super duper, but
No.
pretty decent about the goaltending getting into the playoffs? As long as you don't have to play Jari.
More confidence this year than previous years, for sure. Oh, I wouldn't even say it's close.
How about that? All right. If you were listening on 95.7 this morning.
Ring the bell.
If you're listening on 95.7 this morning, you get a couple minutes of traffic or a quick traffic update, couple minutes of commercials, then you're right back with us. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, as we try to make our big push up to 15,000 subs. We're almost to 14.4. We do have a sports update for you if you are online with us today. It's with Lieutenant Eric. It is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you at the Pod Squad? I like that. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online, ParamountFlooring.ca.
Connor McDavid scored his 48th of the campaign, while Connor Ingram made 30 saves as the Oilers would drop a 2-1 shootout loss to the Avalanche last night. Edmonton round out the regular season Thursday at home to the Canucks. Elsewhere last night, Vegas dumping the Jets 6-2. Golden Knights now 6-0-1 under John Tortorella. Kings clinched a playoff spot. They defeated Seattle 5-3. LA 7-1-2 in their last 10. And it was the Flyers also getting back into the postseason as they defeat Carolina 3-2 in a shootout. Standings this morning through 81 games played. The Golden Knights are on 93 points. The Oilers on 91. The Ducks have played 80. They sit on 90. And the Kings, also having played 80 games, sit on 89. Kings back on the ice tonight. They're in Vancouver, while the Ducks visit Minnesota. 9 games around the NHL in total. The Toronto Blue Jays back on the diamond tonight. They'll open a 9-game road trip in Milwaukee. Kevin Gausman set to start. First pitch 5:40. NBA play-in action gets underway later tonight with a pair of games. The Hornets host the Heat at 5:30, while the Trailblazers visit the Suns at 8. Raptors will open up the playoffs. Game 1 on the road in Cleveland Saturday at 11 a.m. This sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at ParamountFlooring.ca.
He's a small town boy living in the big city. Got something shiny on his wrist, so pretty. Negotiations for a phone he did not budge. Got the new Google Pixel and they threw it away. First watch, got the time on his wrist. First watch, now here's the twist. First watch, you know what's really neat. First watch, it tracks his heartbeat. What time is it? Now he knows. What's the weather? It's looking like snow. Does it have an alarm? Wake up after he slept. Have you walked today? How many steps? First watch, got the time on his wrist. First watch, now here's the twist. First watch, you know what's really neat. First watch, it tracks his heartbeat.
Trev, and it's the AM Nasty, and now simulcast over on the FM dial. Thank you very much for being there with us this morning. Tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio, better than ever, static-free all morning long. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio today. 3-piece bone-in chicken for just $8, hand-battered, marinated for 12 hours. Absolutely delicious, and we'll fill you up at all Popeyes locations. Trev, can you go down and unlock the door? Bruce Simpson's going to be popping by here, dropping some stuff off. So we'll dive into that a little bit before 7 o'clock today as well. Bruce, of course, from William Huff. William Huff's going to put a new thing on the wall behind the producers over there.
Yes.
So it'll look a little more. Well, this isn't a good way to say it. A little more better.
I still would have loved a green screen where we could just change it up every
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Where's Trev today? Oh, he's in Spain.
Yeah. We go all
Watch out for those bulls, Trev. That would, that kind of would have been pretty fun. All right, 780-218-9999. Edmonton Sports Talk today and every day, all day long, presented to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app today, or just go to playalberta.ca. You can see our EST specials every single day. Casino, sports, and lottery all on one app with Play Alberta, and what you play within Alberta stays right here in Alberta.
Rusty Shackelford, to all Oilers fans texting in about last night's game, Hoochie Mama.
Hoochie Mama. Look, man, if you want to be fired up about the loss last night, I totally get it. I just didn't think it was the end of the world. Okay, but we're going to dive into it. It is your Prolux Lighting morning after show, so let's find out who to blame.
Being a fan of the Oilers today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to have your say? It's the morning after show where we will talk about the game and let you know who you should blame. You want a show where you will know if the problems are still the same. You want a show every morning after the game. You want a show so people know if the problems are still the same. You want a show every morning after the game.
It is your morning after show. Every single morning after an Oilers game, we've got you covered. It is the Prolux Lighting morning after show. Simplifying lighting with service you can count on, covering all of Alberta at Prolux.com. So no matter where you're listening in the province, Prolux can help you out with your industrial lighting, indoor lighting, outdoor lighting, commercial lighting, residential lighting. Basically anything you can think of with the lighting, you can do it with our partners over at Prolux. All right, the Edmonton Oilers coming up just short last night in a shootout. Would you bring Roslovic back next year after that performance last night?
Whoa, wait, let's wait till the playoffs, right?
2-1 was your final. Both teams had 31 shots on goal. It was a nice little battle between the pipes until the shootout in which both guys pretty much got lit up.
I think they could have worked Wedgwood maybe a little harder, right?
You think so?
I think it's kind of a... Anyway, though, but I'm not.
I thought he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
I thought Ingram was better.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get into it. 2-1 the final. EST, big moment that happened. Let's start with you, Rick. What are you going with?
I understand a few people, namely Pizza Boy, and concerns about the power play, obviously with the personnel out at the moment. But when you get that two-man advantage, though.
Yeah, I thought when they got the two-man, I was like, okay, this is it.
Then you're kind of like, well, you should be able to, and it was a lengthy one. It wasn't just for 30 seconds, right? You had a minute 40 or something like that. But anyways, it's the two-man advantage.
It was over a minute, yeah.
Yeah, two-man advantage midway through the third, not failing to connect there. I kind of thought was a moment that the Oilers in a tight game and a tight night could have taken advantage of.
That was your Lebowski moment where Donnie doesn't roll a strike.
Yeah.
Right? You're just like, what is going on? Sorry, Trev, you don't get that. Did you watch it? Oh.
No, I didn't.
You want here? I'll just sidetrack for 1 second, please. Sure. You know what I'm going to say.
I know. I was waiting for it all day yesterday.
So we're sitting there yesterday, ringing the bell, all the Lloyd Braun references and everything. It was great. We finished the show yesterday, and Rick and I, walk out to go start doing the other stuff that we do.
Oh.
And I come back in to grab my computer, and Trev goes, "Hey, what show were you guys talking about?" And you start walking back down the hallway, and then I said, "Trev's not watched Seinfeld," and you just turned around in disgust and walked back the other way. You've never watched any Seinfeld, Trev?
No.
Not one
What
episode.
the
Not
hell,
a single
man?
episode, no.
I get it. You're younger than us, but Seinfeld?
Seinfeld. Yeah.
You don't even know the general references. Like,
Nothing. You maybe see a little bit there. And
This is the pop culture disconnect. Growing up with cable television
yeah.
and YouTube is in your name.
I had cable.
No, I'm not saying you didn't have cable.
Like,
I'm
I
just
was
saying
watching
in the you've had a
Family
different
Channel.
exposure to media.
Yes.
Like you-
Seinfeld did rap in '99. When were you born?
98.
but the reruns have been.
The reruns
I mean, there's
have
probably a
everything.
few episodes that I've watched in the triple digits.
I'm
I
probably not
wouldn't even
far
be-
behind you.
Yeah, there
Like,
were a couple summers where like,
Sorry, boys.
no,
I'm
you don't have to
sorry.
apologize.
I feel
It's just-
bad.
It's an
No,
illustration of
it
where
totally
we're at.
caught us
Zach?
off guard.
Zach is
Totally
Benny?
got us off guard. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was very surprised by it yesterday. I was like,
Like,
wow.
I was pretty sure it was Seinfeld, but
Minnie Cooper texts and says, "I'm 35. I never watched Seinfeld."
Well, some people just
thank you,
hate
Minnie
it.
Cooper.
yeah.
Yeah, some people.
Maybe you
don't.
just don't like funny stuff.
I've never watched Friends.
Me either.
I watched Friends. I didn't watch it like start.
No, but-
like I've watched most of the Friends episodes probably once. Anyway, let's keep going with the hockey game. Trav, what do you think was the big moment last
I mean,
night?
it has to be.
The 5-on-3.
It has to be the 5
Yeah.
on 3. And see, like, maybe I'd be more mad. Like, there's a lot. I'm surprised by the amount of.
I would say this about the. Can I say this about the 5-on-3?
Yes.
It was too much of just McDavid.
Yeah.
It was McDavid giving the puck to somebody, then that somebody giving the puck back to McDavid.
What was the Hart
And then
game?
McDavid trying to go and
It
find
was the
somebody
Hart
open,
game.
and then-
Did you see what Kucherov did in overtime last night?
Like somebody shoot the puck. Like you don't always have to grab it and get the pass from McDavid and go, I'm going to give it back to you. Then you go do something.
Yeah.
Like if you get the puck, fire the puck.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's what I thought a little bit of the 5-on-3. It was just like everybody was standing around. McDavid's just skating around the puck.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, let's
It's
get some shots here.
Pretty predictable at that point. But I'd be more mad for sure if, they lose this game, how they lost it with Draisaitl and Hyman in.
Yeah.
Again, the power play, yeah, you can absolutely tell that they're still figuring stuff out. They're the best power play of all time with Hyman and Draisaitl in there. You take those two players out, they're gonna have to start doing new things, and that's what they're trying to do. They're testing new things, and it really the power play all runs through McDavid, right? So that's what we're kind of see right now. But it just, you need to be a little bit more sort of shot first mentality, and it was all Connor, just pass.
And Colorado gets the power play in overtime, and McKinnon just
whipping that thing around.
Just tried to shoot the puck as much as he possibly can. So yeah, the 5-on-3 that they were not able to capitalize on in the later-ish moments of the third period, just not good enough last night. Super stat. Actually, we'll get to this text from Teabag. Roslovic can't like. Teabag texted and goes, Roslovic is a score off the rush player. Not the greatest choice for the power play, in my opinion. He's had a great year for his cost, though. But so he's a score off the rush player, but people hated that he was in the shootout.
Yeah.
It can't be on the power play either. Like, poor Roslovic can't get out of the way of all these bullets today being fired at him. What's your super stat of the night?
Well, for me, it's 3 shots on 9 minutes and 56 seconds of ice time for Isaac Howard. And you thought that was a lot.
Yeah.
More than you expected.
More
Ice time.
Ice time? Well, then I was expecting because
Not that you wanted.
Yeah. The first, I swear that 9 minutes was in the first 2 periods. Like, I don't think
12 shifts.
Had that one good chance in tight in the
Very
first
early
period.
on. Yeah, he had a nice tip as well. So like all those chances you just said, or all the shots, that was in the first period. But yeah, I didn't see him at all in the third. Thought he was okay. I noticed when he was out there though, like they were almost always in their own end. So, yeah.
I know Louis and Jack were raving about how much of a different player he is after being in the American Hockey League for the year. I don't know if it was that glaring that I saw it. I was like, wow, look at this guy. He's completely different. A little bit more seasoned, I guess. But I didn't watch last night and go, wow, his game's taking leaps and bounds.
I say this all with a little tongue in cheek. Yeah.
780-218-9999. Travis, is there a super stat that jumps off the page for you, buddy?
I ain't got nothing today.
I understand it's a loss.
I refuse. No, there's no stats I saw.
Look, guys, Connor Ingram had a .968 save percentage.
Yes.
Against the best team in the National Hockey League.
Should be celebrated.
That is a very, very positive, bright spot moving forward. And we were having the goalie conversation. We're going to hear from Ingram too. But we were having the goalie conversation earlier. And Trev, you said it. What did you say before 6:30?
More confidence in the Oilers goaltending going into the postseason this year than years prior.
Does everybody feel that way?
Well, it's a weird one because you have certainly confidence in Ingram in the way he's playing right now. But as a tandem going in, how do you balance that? There's no right or wrong here. I'm just saying for discussion purposes, it is interesting. And you mentioned, too, during the break, Pickard could find his way back into the equation here. But is it Ingram-Jari that you're more confident in, or was it a Skinner-Pickard kind of 1A, 1B thing going? So,
if you were ranking the 4 goalies, I'd have Ingram 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jari 4. And then Skinner
and Pickard in the middle.
3.
Yeah.
And I personally I'd probably take 1 and 4.
Yeah.
3 stars of the game last night. Ingram, first star. Wedgwood, second star. I mean, if it's in Colorado, Wedgwood's the first star. Ingram's the second star.
I don't know.
And then Connor Murphy, the third star of the hockey game last night. Who's the 4th star of the game for you, buddy?
For me, it's Connor McDavid. I mean, when you're looking at a game like this, a really non-event in terms of points and stats and such, he did get a goal, 5 shots on net, leading the Oilers in shots. So I like ice time goal shots, give it to McDavid. Usually on nights like this where you're like, not too much to go about, a lot of goose eggs, usually go to McDavid. So I'm going to go with Connor McDavid.
38 star of the game is a tough one. When it's a 1-1 game, both goaltenders played very well. I don't know if I really want to single anybody out. I mean, the one guy who didn't score in the shootout was Roslovic, but
stiff company though that he was a part of there.
Who do you have in
that shootout
over Roslovic? Savoy, maybe.
The only the other guy that would have been debatable would have been Savoy,
right?
That's it, really.
Ike.
they did that earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Both him and Savoy kind of.
I don't know, a guy who scored 20 for you.
I don't know why he's getting crapped on as much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a rough ride for Roslovic today, but I don't. Yeah, I'll say I'm going to go here. I'm going to skip over Roslovic. I'm going to say Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in a game like this.
We talked about it yesterday.
Needs to
perhaps having
get the offense going a little bit. Played 21 and a half minutes.
1 shot.
Didn't really generate much at all. Scored in the shootout, but Nuge's last. Let's just go back to Nuge from February 26th. 0 points, 0 points, 1 point, 0 points, 0 points, 2 points, 0 points, 0 points, 1 point, 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 1 point, 0 points, 0 points. There's too many 0-point games in there for a guy who's going to play 20 minutes and be on a power play. When you lose Leon Draisaitl, you need him to be a guy who steps up offensively, and he just has not done it. So you need more from the Nuge. You need more from the Nuge going into the playoffs. Yeah, I think you need more from Nuge. Got to get more from Nuge, man. You love him, but you need more from him offensively for sure. Especially if you're not going to have Leon in the first round. Let's get to your Prolux Lighting bright light of the night. it's your bright light of the night for Prolux Lighting and Controls, and he got 968 save percentage.
The posts?
I'm going with Connor Ingram. I know people are just like, Dusty, 0% save percentage to shootout. Who cares? There are 0 shootouts in the NHL playoffs. Connor Ingram will be just fine for everybody.
We don't count goals and goal totals in the shoots, do we?
Oh, no, we don't.
So
Interesting.
well,
Interesting. You're right.
it's
We don't.
all.
Here's what Ingram had to say after the game last night.
The last few starts, how do you kind of feel about your game?
Feels good. Yeah, I can't tell you what the difference was, but right now it feels good, and it's a good time to get it going a little bit.
Are you reading the game really well? Because it just looks like you're just a step ahead of, especially.
I'm not the guy for answers like that. I don't really know what I'm doing out there. Just stop the puck.
Frustrating in the shootout. You didn't look like.
You could say that, yeah.
At the end of it. 3 good shots, 3 big shooters.
You got to find a save somewhere.
Connor, what would you say overall the group here? Like, you guys have really dialed it in. You guys have dialed it in net. Do you feel like some things are coming together at a good time here?
Yeah, I think this is when you want to hit your peak, and I think we're hitting our stride a little bit here. Just sticking with it now. We went on a stretch there a couple games ago, winning 5 in a row, and that's the kind of hockey we need to play. So as long as we keep doing what we're doing, we'll be just fine.
You've played a pretty consistent amount of hockey. How has that workload helped you kind of steel yourself and prepare here?
I think it's easier for me. I think the more you play, the easier it gets. I've played 50 in this league before, so this isn't new to me, and I mean, this is what you want, right? You want to play games, you want to be in there, you want to be in the mix, so it's exactly, as a goalie, what you'd want.
More and more starts, just developing comfort level too with all the, the defensemen, the players, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that comes with it for sure. You just get more familiar with everybody.
It gets pretty hairy in a 4-on-3 and in an overtime with the goaltender. There's lots of room out there for them to hammer those one times.
Yeah, there is. I thought we did a great job, though. Nothing really through the seams, and even when they did, they put it back to the top, which, I mean, shows we're in good spots. And Murph and Doc are putting it on the line to make sure those don't get to the net. So I don't think any did. The only ones were just McKinnon walking down the hill there, which I can see. So I think we'll take that for sure.
It looks like there's a good chance game 82 will be pretty meaningful. You guys are in the playoffs, but it's still going to be a game that counts. Is that heading into the playoffs? Is it good to have an important game right at the end as opposed to?
I mean, we're professional athletes. I mean, I guess I speak for myself, but I don't like losing, no matter if it matters or if it doesn't. I think you're going to get a full effort out of everybody. This is what we do for a living. So there's honor, there's integrity about it, and I think even if it didn't matter, you're going to get a full effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Grim Keeper, Connor Ingram, post game last night. Does he start against Vancouver? If you need that game, like let's say the Ducks win one of their next games and the Kings win their next game.
If you,
there's no way you're starting Tristan Jarry if home ice in the first round of the playoffs is on the line, right?
It's almost a play-in game in a sense.
Yeah, I honestly don't see a way where Jarry plays, like, again, unless he has an absolute stinker. But I'm riding, even if Ingram does have maybe not the greatest of games, like I'm still probably considering putting him in net for the next game. Like, I feel like he showed pretty good bounce back the whole half part of the season here. And he's awesome. So fun to cheer for.
Dex texts in and says his interviews are awesome.
Yeah.
And Good Time Charlie says, plus Ingram will have a new stick for game 1 of the playoffs.
True.
That helps.
He's probably going to use it on Thursday, though.
That helps.
But, yeah, there you go.
Helps.
That's all right, so there you go. That is your Prolux Lighting morning after show brought to you by the team over at Prolux Lighting. Simplifying lighting you can count on. Covering all of Alberta. Visit prolux.com today. This is good. We've got a perfect amount of time. Bruce and the crew over at William Huff have dropped off the old playoff package.
What's in the bags?
For
what's in the bags?
What's in the box?
Good rip.
Oh, that was good.
That was good with the pen. You didn't.
Yeah, that was perfect. Didn't slide off or anything.
Nope.
Well, I can confirm it's not Gwyneth Paltrow's head. All right, so we got. Let's see here. Let's see. You got the stickers.
Love it.
You got this. So this is a good thing. I mean, if you're a hardcore fan, this is good for you. But if you're a business, this is how you get business. You can give out the stickers for the playoffs. You've got these would be the thing that you peel off.
A decal?
And yeah, basically. It's just the white, but I guess, could we show it? We've got a couple of them.
You might as well.
Let's just peel one and see what happens.
Get a tester here.
Probably peel it back, I guess. Oh yeah, see, this is beautiful. Yeah, it's a decal. Boom.
Oh yeah, same as
right
this.
there.
Yeah,
That looks
you
nice.
could even
Decal.
You could have put it back
Decal
on.
right there.
Look at that.
Yep, that's nice. That's nice as well. You get that for your business place of business.
I love it.
And then what do we got here? This looks to be a banner of some sort that you can hang in your business window. Grab the other side there, Rick. There we go. Beautiful.
Put your finger in the.
Oh, it smells nice.
Showroom smell.
There you go. Let's go weather. So you pick this bad boy up for the fan cave,
Very good.
for your place of work, and yeah, there you go. Looks beautiful once again. So let's let me lay this out here for you. What do we got? So you got the $100 package, which is what we got. This is the $100 package. You get all this stuff: the decals, the decals, whatever you want to call them, the stickers, the banner. That's for $100, and then it goes up. It goes up from there. You can get 2 banners. You can get a bigger banner, and then the stickers, more stickers for $250. And then if you're running a place, a business where you really want to crank it up a notch, they've got a $500 package as well, which will give you 4 of these banners, 2 of the bigger banners, so you can really crank it up if you got a big place of employment or work or whatever. So
love it.
That stuff smells so good. You want to smell it too? It smells nice. Oh, does that not smell good? They should make this into a cologne. Vinyl. Is that what it would be?
De playoff.
Oh. Bruce, I know you do make a lot of stuff over there, William Huff. Can we turn the smell of the banner into a cologne?
Cooking up something nice.
That's what I would like, and that's what I would hope for moving forward.
Musk.
Go to williamhuff.com/shop if you want to pick up any of these 3 packages for the playoff run this year. williamhuff.com/shop. Proudly display your support for the Oilers as they return to the playoff once again. Are you a decals or a decal guy? I know Tommy has like a real
I just like saying what everybody else doesn't like.
Right?
I know.
Yeah.
Was he decal or decal?
He's a decal guy.
Oh, he
is
is?
a
Okay, then
decal
I'll say
guy.
decal.
He's a decal guy.
I say decal too.
I've always been a decal guy.
Yeah.
I've never... saying decal makes you sound pompous. Oh, check out my decal.
Decal. I used to call it asphalt. Never called it asphalt.
I always call it asphalt.
Asphalt. Yeah.
Asphalt.
Some people... Yeah. Gitch, ginch, gotch.
Some people just aren't smart, I guess.
Well, regional dialect.
All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. Dex says you could call the cologne Banner Day. What are you wearing today? Oh, I'm wearing Banner Day.
Is that... Do I detect a hint of Banner Day as you walk through the office? I think
Dusty's got the Banner Day on again. All right, we've got Craig Button coming up on the other side here. We'll talk Oilers and Avs. We'll get his thoughts on how the West is going to shake down come playoff time. The next time we chat with Button, we're going to be in the thick of round 1 of the playoffs, which is just crazy to see. All right, if you are listening online, we got a sports update coming your way. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us and sub to the channel if you haven't already. We would appreciate that. And yeah, if you listen on 95.7 this morning, a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. Don't go anywhere. Craig Button on the other side of 7 o'clock here. Sports Update with Lieutenant Eric is brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Contact Chelsea at Expedia Cruises at the Northeast Edmonton to plan your next cruise or vacation destination. 780-970-4834. And if you want to get on the wait list to join Trev on the best trip of his entire life from July 17th to 19th to watch the Blue Jays in Toronto, you can talk to her about that as well. 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
Oilers fall in a shootout 2-1 to the Avalanche last night. Connor McDavid would score his 48th of the season, while Connor Ingram made 30 saves in the loss. Oilers round out the regular season Thursday at home to the Canucks. Elsewhere last night, it was Vegas over the Jets 6-2. Golden Knights improved to 6-0-1 under John Tortorella. Kings are in. They would hang on to defeat the Kraken 5-3. LA 7-1-2 in their last 10. And the Flyers clinch a playoff spot out east with a 3-2 shootout victory over the Carolina Hurricanes. Standings this morning: Vegas tops of the Pacific, 93 points through 81 played. Edmonton right behind, 91 points through 81 played. Anaheim, 90 points on 80 games, and the Kings, 89 points on 80 games. 9 games around the NHL tonight, including the Kings in Vancouver and the Ducks in Minnesota. The Toronto Blue Jays are back on the diamond tonight. They'll hit the road to begin a 9-game trip. First stop is in Milwaukee. Jays 6-9 so far this season. Kevin Gausman scheduled to start. First pitch 5:40. On the hard court, NBA play-in action begins tonight with a pair of games. The Hornets host the Heat at 5:30, while Portland visit Phoenix at 8. 2 more play-ins tomorrow. We'll see the Sixers at home to the Magic, while the Clippers host the Warriors. The Raptors get their opening round playoff series with the Cavs underway on Saturday at 11 a.m. from Cleveland. Sports update brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Join YouTube Trev for the best trip of his life, a weekend of Blue Jays baseball in Toronto, July 17th to 19th. Contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to get on the waiting list. Call or text 780-970-4834.
Hey Pete, hey Poho, tell him what you did. It was a big blockbuster made cause Ebbs was lackluster, so in the end he just had to go. Yeah, that sounds about right. They sent him to New York and they landed Ryan Strome. Now he's got a song on the show. Right. He does all kinds of drills that give you all kinds of thrills, but the thrill he's never known is a thrill like he's dreaming. All the fans are screaming, it's another goal for Ryan Strome. Ryan Strome. Wanna see him dangle Ryan Suter. Strome. Wanna see him be 97 shooter. Yeah. Strome. Wanna see that smiling face. It's another goal for Ryan Strome. That's a very, very good thing.
We know this sexy old lady named Renee, baby, who likes to wear men's jeans. She's got a Ryan Strome road jersey, and it's bursting right at the seams.
Now this song's designed to blow your mind, but your minds won't really be blown. Like the blow you'll be feeling at Rogers Place, screaming, it's another goal for Ryan Strome. Ryan Strome. Wanna see him dangle Ryan Suter. Strome. Wanna see him be 97 shooter. Strome. Wanna see that smiling face. It's another goal for Ryan Strome.
7:05 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here this morning. Tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio, this time on the FM dial. Nielson Show songs like that Ryan Strome goal song that we never got enough of because the organization gave up on him and traded him for Ryan Spooner. Brought to you by Sportball. Spring is a perfect time for kids to get active, try new sports, and build confidence. Multi-sport programs introduce soccer, baseball, basketball, football, and more. Focus on fun first, no pressure, just play and learning. Visit www.sportball.com. Use the code EST15 for 15% off select classes. Just quickly on the sports front, Tammy was at United yesterday looking for a youth goalie net guard for the Muzz. She's playing goal in spring hockey. And Marshall was with her because he had an eye appointment yesterday, an eye follow-up, and everything's good there, so that's nice. They FaceTime me. I was at work here. They FaceTime me because Tam was like, I think this net guard's not big enough, so we're trying to, I said, put it on Marshall. Let me compare it to, and then Marshall's sitting there, and you know what he's got on his wrist? He had, like a quarterback.
He's reading plays?
Yeah. It was like a quarterback. I don't even know what those things are called. I guess I should. But the armband that a quarterback would wear with all the plays on it. He goes, Daddy, look at this. And I said, wow, what do you do that? He goes, I write all my own plays on it. I said, what, like when we're outside playing? He goes, yeah. And I told him, I said, you got to get it. We got to get it. You got to have a quarterback wristband around the house.
Well, that just plays for life.
It's
what's his next move going to be? Well, let me consult the.
He gets home yesterday, puts on his. He likes to wear a glove on his non-throwing hand for some reason, and then grabs a football and kind of holds it, and then looks down at his arm and he goes, "Yeah, this will work." I was like, "Okay, buddy." So he's so excited. He's so excited to have it right now. And then last night when he went to bed, I put it on because it fits my arm too. And I was like, "Oh, look at this! Like I got my own little list of plays and stuff. Should be a lot of fun." All right, 780-218-9999. Second hour of the Nielsen Show is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, Use your game sense. Craig Button's going to join us right off the top here. We'll have your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day coming up. Weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental. And then we'll get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces as well around 7:45 this morning. Craig Button is our GS Construction Hockey Insider. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities, and once again, they're hiring now. GS is looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca and click on careers to find out more. Of course, Craig joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. What do you got there, Rick?
Just quickly, Big Maple says, I was thinking about getting one of those to hold all my parlays.
Yeah, that's a good one. You just have all your parlays. So you're watching the games at night.
I don't mind that.
And you just have your parlays on your quarterback wristband.
I know a lot of you out there could use that.
That's a really good idea. Really good idea. All right, let's bring in Craig Button. Good morning, Mr. Button. How are you doing, sir? Oh, my God.
It worked fine when you weren't here.
Come on, you're lying to me.
I'm not even joking. Right, Trev?
You're lying to me.
No.
What? It worked fine when I wasn't here.
Yeah.
And now I'm back and Craig's audio's not working again?
How about that?
Is this a me thing?
How about that?
It worked fine both times for you guys when I wasn't here last
It did,
couple
right?
weeks?
Am I dreaming? I don't think.
No, it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's...
Get him on the Hyperloop.
Dex texts in and says, I want to see Dusty with that armband on the show tomorrow.
The parlays is a great when NFL season hits and all that's going on. Well,
You sit down for your Sunday, and then Big Slam Nasty texts in and says, I have one of those QB arm sleeves too. I use it to keep track of my wife's birthday, anniversary, and important dates. That's the sleep on. Oh, what do we got here? That's kind of funny. But yeah, so he shows it to me on FaceTime, and I instantly was like, you got to get it, because I wanted one.
Well, you're a little jealous. You're like, it looks great.
Yeah, I should have said, do they have a 2-for-1 deal there? Hey, United, let's get Daddy one as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wear it on the show tomorrow. What would I put on it? I guess I could put sponsorship reads on it.
That would be handy.
7 o'clock hour brought to you by Game Sense.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. That would.
You could have the whole show. Each day of the week, you could have a different.
I got my Wednesday armband. Oh, you can slot. You just slot it in.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good idea as well. Anyway, let us know if you have a QB armband around the house. Oilers and Avs last night. We got into that a little bit. We're going to take a look at the Ducks, the Mammoth, and the Kings as well, and how this thing's going to sort itself out. Oh, and Bruce Simpson just texted me. He texted me about 11 minutes ago.
About the scent?
About the package here that we laid out earlier, which gets you your pennant banner, your window decals, the smaller sticker decals. If you use the code, let me just bring it up. Let me bring it up here one more time. If you use the code ESTHUF10 until Thursday midnight, you'll get 10% off the package. So the package that's $100, you'll get for $90. The package that's $250, you'll get for $225. And the package that's $500, you'll get for $450 if you use the code ESTHUF. ESTHUF10. ESTHUF10. You get 10% off. Just go to williamhuff.com/shop and get all this year's playoff swag locked and loaded for your place of work or your man cave or what are they called? She shed.
Yeah, the garage.
There's a bunch of different places that you could do that.
Hampton
as well.
Steve, when Marshall is older, he can put all of his pickup lines on the armband.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good. Trev should have that when he goes out on a Friday and Saturday night. Now, let me see here. Did it hurt? What hurt? When you fell from heaven.
Yeah.
It's all on your wristband.
Goes along the earpiece in the helmet too.
Pretty well, yeah. All right, let's try Craig Button again. Let's see if we got Craig. If not, we'll do that funny phone connection thing that seemed to work okay last time. All right, let's try to connect with Craig again. Craig, you there?
I'm here. Do you have me?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. I don't know what was up.
Good.
Yeah, second time's a charm. I think that's a popular saying. How you doing, Craig?
What happens? You're wearing the pickup line wristband.
Yeah.
And you got to call an audible. Like Peyton Manning would be coming up going, Omaha!
Nobody knows what that is, but Trev's sitting at BP's or something, and you hear him yelling Omaha because he doesn't have the pickup line he needs on his pickup line wristband. That's too funny. All right, Craig. So the Oilers and the Avs last night, both 31 shots apiece, 1-1 to a shootout. Colorado wins it. We were like, I'm watching that game last night. I'm going, I thought they played a Colorado team that could eventually be a hurdle in the final. relatively well. They didn't have Leon, they didn't have Makar, they didn't have Hyman, they didn't have Kadri. Like both teams were missing some significant, but a lot of people today are pretty pissed off about the loss last night. So where do you come out on losing in a shootout to the best team in the league last night?
Geez, I thought it was a pretty well played game. To your point, Dustin, there was some good goaltending, and I mean, Connor Ingram got a little bit fortunate with some posts, but I thought the goaltending on both sides was really good. The chances were good. What I saw in the game, and this is what happens when you have two teams that have some high-powered offenses, is that you got to be really attentive to the details. And I thought both teams were in understanding that. And it looked like one of those games where both teams know that the playoffs are a few days away and the details have to improve. So, I mean, yeah, okay, you're a little upset that they lost. I mean, looks like they're going to finish in second place. I personally believe the best matchup for the Edmonton Oilers in the first round is Anaheim.
Yeah, me too.
There. Just stay right there. Get home ice, play Anaheim, let Vegas go deal with Utah or LA and go from there.
And certainly, Craig, some injuries up front for the Oilers could have made an impact last night. But looking, back into the net, Connor Ingram, the way he's been playing as of late, it's got to give Oilers fans, a lot of confidence heading into the playoffs. So are you more confident with an Ingram-Jari pairing heading in as you were, maybe a couple of seasons back with Skinner and Pickard?
Jeez, I gotta be honest with you. The disrespect that is shown to Stuart Skinner just baffles me. Back-to-back Stanley Cup final, like for Stuart Skinner.
Yeah.
And listen, you thought you're upgrading your goaltending. It's a disastrous trade. Tristan Jarry and Brett Kulak and Stuart Skinner for Tristan Jarry. A disastrous trade. So, I'm not going to sit here and say that the guy that got you to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final and Game 6 against a very powerful team. And hey, listen, like a lot of goaltenders have their stumbles at times and everything. But Stuart Skinner got you there. I'll be full stop here. My confidence is in Connor Ingram and nobody else. Full stop. I'd have Calvin Pickard up. I wouldn't even go anywhere near Tristan Jarry.
That's what we were talking about too. Like, let's say Ingram really struggled in 2 games and they need a goalie to come in and save a game or save a series. I don't know. Like the group of players in front of you would have to have more faith in Pickard because he's done it the last couple of years than what they've seen from Tristan Jarry so far, right? Like I just don't see how Tristan Jarry would start a playoff game this season, Craig. It doesn't. I can't see a path to the coaching staff being comfortable enough to put him in net.
Well, what happens if you're down a couple of goals and you're early in a game and you just look and go, hey, well, listen, Connor Ingram doesn't have it right now. You telling me that you're going to look down the bench and go, Tristan Jarry's going to save us? Sorry, I don't see it. I don't see any way, shape, or form that, honestly, third goalie practice. Get in there in the morning, give the guy some good confidence. When I say confidence, I'm not talking about letting the puck in, but you need a goaltender that's going to get in there and take the shots and be ready. And Calvin Pickard's done it. He's come off the bench. He started games. The players have lots of confidence in him. And that's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't have Tristan Jarry anything but my third goalie.
Craig Button with us on the Nielson Show this morning. He's our GS Construction Hockey Insider. Joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. You did mention the ideal spot for the Oilers would probably be to stay where they are in second, have home ice in the first round against the Ducks team that has dropped either 6 of 7 or 7 of 8. Their only win in the last couple of weeks was against San Jose. They're coming off a loss to Vancouver. And we know that they're a highly talented younger group for sure.
Bleeding goals as well in these.
But yeah, have they just sort of ran out of gas at this stage of the year? Or do you think there's a switch that they can flip a little bit come playoff time?
One of the worst defensive teams in the league. You don't just go, the playoffs start, we're going to have good defense.
All of a sudden you're going to be good at D? Yeah.
They're terrible. That's not a switch you flip. It just isn't. So to me, they're you go into the playoffs and you're a terrible defensive team, you're out quick.
Where do you come out on the Oilers-Kings series again? Because with the way the Ducks are playing and the Kings, I think there's a chance that the Kings actually finish third in the Pacific and Anaheim slides down to this first or second wild card. We'll see what the Mammoth do in their last couple of games. But yesterday the Oilers, Draisaitl skated, but they're not expecting him until sometime. They're hoping sometime in round 1. Hyman's expected to be ready to go for the playoffs. Dickinson will be reevaluated, I guess, at the end of this week. They're missing some veteran guys there. The Kings have obviously tried to change what they were the last few years. How do you think that matchup would go this time around?
If the Oilers play the LA Kings in the first round of the playoffs, I'm going to go on a diet of sour milk and rotten eggs because that's what that series is.
Lock it in.
We don't want that either anymore, man. Like, it's just like enough. Really, enough's enough. It just, I'm afraid that's what it's going to be, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it is, but that's why I said, like, we don't want the series. Like, that's why I say, like, it would be like saying I'm drinking sour milk and eating rotten eggs. Like, that's what that says. Like, just enough. And the LA Kings, I mean, I think the Oilers would dispatch them pretty. Nothing's easy in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that would be a challenge for the Oilers. It'd be a challenge for the viewing audience.
Craig, everybody has a hot take on this Norris Trophy race right now. What's yours?
Well, I know who's number 1 and number 2 on my ballot.
Okay, who do you got?
Do you want me to tell you who's 3 and 4? I'll tell you who's 3 and 4.
Give us 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, good. 1 is Werenski.
Okay.
2 is Bouchard.
Yeah.
3 is Hudson, and 4 is Morris Sider.
Oh wow, I like this.
Okay.
I like this. Now I mean in Edmonton it's a little blasphemous of me to say it, but I would agree with your number 1. I think Werenski deserves to win the Norris Trophy this year. Bush at number 2. Although we were joking about it, kind of joking about it yesterday because after Elliott and Pronger made a case for Rasmus Dahlin on Saturday and BX was talking about Makar, we thought maybe there was a world where Bush could win it just on second place votes because people vote for Makar, they'll vote for Rasmus Dahlin, they'll vote for Werenski.
The old split.
Werenski should win it. I think he's going to win it. Let's just start. Well, we'll get to the other guys that you had on that list there too, Craig. But let's just start with Evan Bouchard here for a second because like the fact that we are in Edmonton now talking about him legitimately building a very strong case to win the Norris Trophy, that alone is a massive victory for both Bouchard and the Oilers, is it not? Like, even if he doesn't win it, people should be ecstatic with this conversation.
Well, I would hope so. I mean, you know, it's amazing, and it happens. It happens in sports. You tend to look at the blemishes with a player instead of celebrating the player. Evan Bouchard's a superstar, and that hasn't changed today just because, you know, he's a legitimate candidate to win the Norris Trophy and in that conversation in a big way. But when you start to just want to focus in on the blemishes and some of the things he did, you're missing the big picture. And that big picture is enormous, and it's a beautiful big picture for what he does for the Edmonton Oilers and how he plays the game. When you start to look at it, and Mike Kelly with Sport Logic has provided a lot of data. I mean, when you look at turnover rates, Cale Makar's turnover rate is higher than Evan Bouchard's. But like nobody maligns Cale Makar, nor should they. But it just feels like Evan Bouchard gets maligned. And it's like, oh, look at this giveaway. Yeah, well, what about the other 20 plays he makes in the game? Like everything that he does. So to me, I think Evan, one of the great things about Evan, he just goes and plays. I love that about him. He just goes and plays. Just here's where I'm at. Oh, it's third period. Oh, it's overtime. Oh, it's this team. It's that. He just plays. He's a terrific player.
Okay, I've heard a little bit of Mo Sider talk. Not as much Hudson talk as some of these other guys, but you mentioned Hudson at 3 and Mo Sider at 4 on your ballot. Tell us about those two young guys and what you've liked from them so far this season.
Lane Hudson's phenomenal. Like if you tune in, and then I mean he's good defensively, he's good offensively, controls the game. I mean he's a general out there on the ice. I mean he's an unbelievable player, and you know it's not just the offense. I mean you know whatever you want to put a stock into. Plus minus or some of the defensive metrics. I mean, he's really good, as is Moritz Seider. Moritz Seider's had a fantastic season. It's unfortunate Detroit couldn't find their way to the playoffs. I'm going to tell you, for the Norris Trophy, you get to vote for 5 players on the blue line, and then for the All-Star team, you get to vote for 6. And I'm not sure between Dahlin, Makar, Hughes, and Erik Karlsson, who's going to be 5 and 6.
On that All-Star ballot,
yeah. Number 5. Erik Karlsson's had a fantastic year in Pittsburgh. They had a fantastic year in Pittsburgh. And, you know, we know what Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar is and Rasmus Dahlin, but that's my top 4. And here's the good news. I told you that today, and when the ballots become public, you'll see that I wasn't lying.
There we go. That's I did tell the boys here yesterday off the air. I said I'm very excited to see the public vote for the Norris Trophy this year, just to see how it all breaks itself down. Where do you want to go?
Well, from the Norris to the Hart, Craig. McDavid scoring in regulation last night. McKinnon's shootout winner to seal it. Kucherov had a nice one in overtime. Has that process cleared up for you anymore since the last time we spoke in terms of that voting?
McDavid for me is number one on my ballots.
Yeah.
And, I mean, McKinnon's been fantastic, but so is Kucherov. I mean, they're going to be the top three. I mean, I would not my tendency right now. I'm leaning towards Kucherov as number two on the list. And you look at those three players, McKinnon, and it's too bad about Celebrini because Celebrini has had an MVP year. And like maybe if they make the playoffs, you can make a case. He didn't make the playoffs, and I hang on the most valuable player to his team. And I think other players have been as valuable and getting their teams in the playoffs in the absence of, all those players we just named have had some injuries to deal with on their team, and they just continue to perform. So that's why I have those three in my top. But I have McDavid. McDavid is not just a difference maker, not just the world's best hockey player, but he is so valuable to what the Edmonton Oilers, and you've seen it here in the absence of Leon Draisaitl again. And it's not just the points and the goals. He dials in. I mean, he is a dyed-in-the-wool competitor, and we know he wants to win. And to me, he shows it every time he's out on the ice.
Craig, excellent stuff, man. And when we chat with you next week, we'll be smack dab in the middle of the first round of the playoffs. So we look forward to that.
And I'll be smack dab in the middle of Trenčín, Slovakia, getting ready to do the U18 tournament.
You still be able to join us?
Oh, for sure.
Of course. Do they serve sour milk and spoiled eggs out there? Just getting the Kings Oilers
listen,
menu ready.
If they're playing each other, like you will, I'll show you the plate. I will keep the eggs out at room temperature, the milk out at room temperature, and please
Craig, good stuff, man.
Please no.
Safe travels. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thanks.
There you go. That is Craig Button. Gave us his Norris ballot. Werenski at 1, Bush at 2, Hudson at 3, and Mo Sider at 4.
Still no Radishlev, hey?
Yeah, Tampa must be. The morning shows in Tampa must be losing their mind today. Yeah. How does Radish not get more love? Trev, I saw you were commenting over on the Nasty Chat. What were you saying? Bang on button with the Bush stuff?
Bang on. Yeah, like every defenseman, Werenski, Cale Makar, they all have turnovers. They all have giveaways. But when Bush does it, it just gets so much more. I mean, spotlights on Twitter or everything.
Oh, it's because this community is a very active online community.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's.
And just his general nature of going about them, I think, is more.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
It's the casualness that drives a lot of people crazy.
It's an eye test there that kind of bugs you out.
I think Werenski will win this. I think he should win it.
I think so too.
But we'll be interested to see who the top 3 are in the vote.
I'm telling you, Bush, like second place votes, man. He's gonna. It'll be interesting to see how that happens. But Bush could go on. I've said this a few times now, but he could have 2 months of flawless defensive hockey, no turnovers at all. But the second he does have one single giveaway, people are gonna do the Leo. There it is, it is, and that's just how it's going to be for the rest of his career.
Camrose Chris says if he was not an Oiler, it would already be a slam dunk. He says if McDavid and Bush were not Oilers, this would not even be a discussion. I mean, McDavid's already won multiple Hart trophies here. I mean, I don't think it's just because I don't think it's an Oiler thing. I think like Coach Mike says, if Bouchard repeats this season next year, is the Norris his? Probably, because then he'll have the narrative that Werenski has as well. Like, on top of Werenski having an incredible offensive season, like Bush, he was second in voting last year. And those people who vote will probably look at it and go, yeah, I mean, he deserves it this year, and he probably could have won it last year. So they're going to get him one, I think, is probably how to go. And maybe that narrative will help for Bush next year. Craig Button joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline, Firehouse Hot Streak. We watch it for this. The Oilers win 2 in a row, and you get the medium brisket hat trick for just $8.99. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. If you want to chime in on anything Craig Button had to say, feel free to do so. 780-218-9999. Bruce Simpson messaged me again.
You tell them we're doing a
he
show
says,
here.
Sorry, guys. I should have said that we're going to sell the items individually for your listeners. So they can just buy a banner or they can buy some decals. Okay. The larger decal is static, so it goes on the inside of glass facing out, no glue. Thanks for doing that. It helps a lot. So that we could put on the window like this, and it would stick, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, you don't even have to buy the full package. If you just want the banner at William Huff, you can just get the banner. If you want the decals, you want the smaller ones, you can just get those as well. So go to williamhuff.com/shop. Use the code ESTHuff10, and you can get any of those individual items on your own for our listeners this morning. So that could be a nice little thing. If you just want the banner for your place for the playoffs, you can go pick that up. williamhuff.com/shop. All right. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Rick Mallett of Hammer Injury Law has over 35 years of injury law experience. Don't face your insurance company alone. Contact them today for a free consultation to start your injury claim. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
Again?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
Once again.
1-855-98-HAMMER.
That's good.
Serious injuries need a hammer. Lots of text messages on Bouchard. We'll come back around to that because we do have Fired Up around 7:45, and I guess many of you are fired up about the Norris Trophy, so we can certainly do that. But let's dive into your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Just quickly on the goalie front, because Craig was talking a little bit about Stuart Skinner. I did go look at goals saved above expected. You like that one, right? Don't we all like the goals saved above?
Guy,
yeah, big nerd over here.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, definitely. Of course, I'm going to bring this for you.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Goals saved above expected this year. Stuart Skinner's actually 18th in the league. 9.6. And if you go per 60, he is like 22nd in the league or something like that. 28th in the league. Just ahead of Blackwood, Jake Allen, Ottinger, Hellebuck, not a good year. Connor Ingram's at 40th. And then Tristan Jarry's a little bit further down the list.
Scroll.
All right, Play Alberta, early bird bet of the day. Play Alberta is the title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Download the Play Alberta app today. Casino, sports, and lottery all in one place. And what you play with in Alberta stays in Alberta. No Oilers in action tonight, boys. But let's put something together here. What do we got in the NHL tonight? Washington, Columbus, New Jersey, Boston, Habs, Flyers, Hurricanes, Islanders. I know a bunch of people have been texting in today. They're frustrated with fantasy hockey because so many teams are resting guys here in the final week of the season. We got some basketball play-in tonight we can look at as well. Always some baseball that'll be kicking around. Jays in action.
Trip.
All right, so let's each pick a game here, Trev. Let's dive into this NHL sky. It doesn't have to be an NHL game. You can go to the NBA tonight.
Oh,
if you want it as well. I mean, you could go cross sport parlay. You can mix in some baseball. The Hornets are 5.5-point favorites at home against the Heat, and the Suns are 3-point favorites at home against the Trailblazers. Rick, you like a hockey game tonight? You like a basketball game? What are you gonna do?
Give me the Hornets.
Oh, damn! I was gonna take the Hornets.
Well, would you like
big Hornets show? No, that's okay.
No?
I like your Hornets pick. It makes me feel really comfortable about what I was going to do. All right, so he is on the Hornets. Trev, where are you going to go?
I'll stick in the NHL. I'll take the Wild over the Ducks. You don't like it?
Big game for the Ducks. Wild, they're probably going to be sitting a bunch of guys.
You think?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
they don't do that.
That game literally means nothing to the Minnesota Wild. That's why they're an underdog, which is pretty good value on it. So if you believe in the Minnesota Wild, but how are you going to feel if later on today we hear that the Wild are sitting like 5 guys or 3 guys or something?
I don't think I would like that very much.
But the Ducks have sucked lately. So, Trevor, it's your pick, man.
The Ducks do suck.
You want to go with the Minnesota Wild, go with the Minnesota Wild.
I'm sticking with the Wild.
All right.
Don't aim me.
Portland?
Oh, horrible pick. No, let's go.
Step says Blazers good value tonight.
Oh, of course he's saying that. I will go with.
You going to the Diamond?
No, I'm going to take the Los Angeles Kings. on the road in Vancouver. They've won
Second of a
5 in a row.
back-to-back.
I don't care. It's the
Okay,
Canucks.
yeah.
It's the Canucks.
It's the Kings.
Los Angeles Kings, second of a back-to-back, but they've won 5 in a row, and they could still move up.
Yeah, they've been playing good.
So we're on the Kings, the Wild, and the Hornets. That'll be your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the day. You'll find it on the EST Specials page over at playalberta.ca. All right, weekly confessions coming up. What do you need to get off your chest? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Then we'll get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces here in the second hour of the show as well. If you're listening on 95.7 this morning, a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you're right back with us. If you're on TuneIn, if you're on iHeart, if you're over on YouTube today, we have a sports update coming your way with Lieutenant Eric, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who is on the Trailblazers tonight. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
Connor McDavid would score his 48th of the campaign, while Connor Ingram made 30 stops in a 2-1 shootout loss to the Avalanche. Oilers will cap the regular season Thursday at home to the Canucks. Elsewhere last night, Vegas 6-2 over the Jets. Kings winning on the road in Seattle 5-3 over the Kraken. And the Flyers are into the playoffs following a 3-2 shootout victory over the Hurricanes. All of that said, Vegas remain tops of the Pacific, 93 points through 81 games. Oilers right behind, 91 points through 81 games. The Ducks have 90 points through 80 games, and the Kings 89 points through 80 games. 9 games around the NHL tonight, including the Kings in Vancouver and the Ducks in Minnesota. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight. They'll open a 9-game road trip in Milwaukee. Kevin Gausman scheduled to start. First pitch 5:40. Jays 6-9 on the season. NBA play-ins begin tonight with a pair of games. The Hornets host the Heat while the Trailblazers visit the Suns. Tomorrow it'll be the Sixers at home to the Magic and the Warriors in LA to battle the Clippers. The Raptors getting set for their opening round matchup against the Cavaliers. Game 1 goes Saturday 11 a.m. down in Cleveland. And sticking with basketball, the Toronto Temple will have a Canadian on their roster for the first season in the WNBA as Kia Nurse will sign with the expansion franchise. 30-year-old spent last season with the Chicago Sky. The Tempo will be Nurse's 6th team in 6 seasons. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he's also brought in a bell to his office for every car sale made.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Back being an 11-year-old kid, about 75 pounds on the basketball court against the neighborhood bully. Kicking his behind left, right, and center.
I call you when I need you. My heart's on fire.
When it was all said and done, he was a little upset, so he punched me in the mouth.
You come to me, wild and wild.
My uncles were over on the side, observing, talking amongst themselves, adult things.
When you come to me,
when he punched me in my mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. And you know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back and he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle, looking for protection. Needed Big Brother to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eyes and I said, my uncle's not going to help me. And I punched him in the face. Then I looked him in the eye and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you going to do?
you're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I ever met. Stuck in your heart.
Very impressive. Taken a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine. That's why it's the Stanley Cup. It's hard.
7:38 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here this morning. Nielson Show today and every day, brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Book an estimate today at Weiss Johnson, and they are the title sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk's Nielson Show. Get that new Train furnace now, and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater, 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit weiss-johnson.com to book an estimate today. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox at 780-218-9999, and one of those text messages will be crowned the Royal Pizza Text of the Day winner. 14 locations in the Edmonton area. You can order online at royalpizza.ca. All right, what were you pointing at there?
Baggio's text.
These boxes from William Huff, do they have a weekly plan? That is kind of funny. No, but you can actually get the individual items.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to get the full package, the full meal deal. But if you want to get your Oilers playoff swag, it is now launched and ready to go. Looks like they've teamed up with Molson on these bad boys, and they look pretty good. Go to williamhuff.com/shop today. And if you want to get your hands on the Edmonton Sports Talk playoff t-shirt, you can do that as well. Go to edmontonsportstalk.com, click on EST playoff shirt, and you can order your shirt today. We're doing a pre-sale Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. And if you want to snag one, go to edmontonsportstalk.com, and it's all on the online store now, so you can just order quickly on your phone or on your desktop computer. How many people still have a desktop computer? And not just a laptop.
Yeah, like with the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many people are you still, who's still rocking the tower?
You know what I purchased yesterday?
What?
A CD player.
What?
Yeah.
To listen to CDs.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like $60. I walked into Best Buy. I'm like, weird question, but do you guys sell CD players? And the guy,
so you went out seeking a new CD player?
Yeah. Now I could have went Facebook, but I knew it'd probably be cheap. But you walk into, they have the guy at the front.
Yeah, you always go, we can help you with.
Well, very accommodating, but doesn't really know much. He's like, yeah, I think it's over in that section. So I go over there. It's not over there. Then I walk to another section. The guy's like, yeah, of course we do. And so he took me into like the corner, and they had like a bunch of little boxes of, now things like about this big, but this is probably the last.
So did you listen to a CD on your walk to work this morning?
No, I'm talking about like a not like a disc.
You got like a CD player for the house.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a lot of CDs, right?
That's okay. That's good. Burglar text says, a real CD nut, huh?
Yeah, no, I am. I got tons.
Gamers are saying gamers have the desktop.
That's where it's at. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Colorful keyboards.
Oh yeah. They had the desktop. You can see in the side of it.
That's better than the console now, like the gaming console. Really, that's
the computer
over.
Is
the computer. Get the big chair.
Bone says his mom has a tower, but she's 83.
That checks out. Yeah.
All right, so shout out to all you gamers out there. So that's big with your towers. All right, we're gonna get fired up coming up here, and then but we're gonna start with confessions here at 7:30 or just about 7:40 now. What do you need to confess this week? 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Weekly confessions are brought to you by Spectrum Rental, where they confess the only thing they hate more than 3 putting is 3 chipping. Have your yard looking golf course green with lawn equipment from Spectrum Rental. Love it. 3 putting, 3 chipping. Sounds like a hole for me. Plus 3 shots off the tee. Gross. Can't wait to golf again. What is your confession today, Rick?
Grumpy Cat says he got a Discman the other year for Christmas. Can you still get Discmans, though, on the open market?
They're probably more expensive now than they were before because they're so hard to find.
Well, this is the problem, though. The CD player was, like, cheap. Like, and this is it. Like, it's almost the last run of a relic. Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to. But I'd love a Discman. like one of those shock.
Could you even go into Best Buy and buy a Discman today?
Well, that's a good
I wonder.
question.
I mean, if they have the CD player, maybe they would.
Yeah, but if you got a lead on a Discman, let me know, because I might be in the market for one of those too. Might as well.
You want a Discman? I'll get you a Discman.
You buy that old hardware now.
Save it.
You flip it on.
That's why Maddie's hoarding VHS machines.
Yes.
To the person who just texted in test, it's working. It's working. They've never texted in before. They just did. Was that you that replied, Trev? Yeah. We replied to test.
I said test back.
All right, so it's working, man. So if you're listening over on the radio, you can, you can text us. What's your confession, Rick?
Well, I'm 40. You know this.
I know you. Yeah, I know you're 40. Yeah,
I'm a man now, right?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, come after
40.
you.
I'm a man. I come after me. I'm 40. And I've drank a lot of things in my life.
Of course,
a lot of things.
The most
hot, cold, everything in between.
What is going on here?
I love a good coffee in the morning. You love me black coffee. I like a pot of coffee. I usually drink about half of the pot, maybe 2 cups.
Something is
Don't go any
coming
further
here,
than that.
folks.
And then I like to kind of leave the caffeine. No caffeine afternoon is a good rule, I think.
Oh, sure.
Kind of, yeah. I know you don't dabble in
I don't
that
dabble
stuff.
in the caffeine.
You don't mind a good coffee.
I run
too,
high
Trev.
on
We have
life.
a coffee in the morning.
I love coffee.
First sip, always the best, right?
I always say to you, LT, first sip.
Yeah, you get what, classic roast at the or the dark roast. Sometimes you switch
Dark
up.
roast.
You're a Horton guy.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes there's other ways for you to wake yourself up. Like some people just drink water in the morning to wake up, right? There's no caffeine in there and no sugars or anything like that. But I must confess that I haven't, in my 40 years of existence yet, I haven't had one specific type of beverage.
Can we guess?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, well,
chocolate milk.
No, I've had chocolate milk. Okay. Vico, if you will.
Yeah.
Coconut water.
Tea.
Coconut water. I love tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got lots of tea bags at home.
Red Bull.
Coconut water?
I've had a coconut water, yeah.
Is it Red Bull?
I've had I used to have Red Bull at the
Monster.
station all the time.
Oh, yeah. You used to have a lot of
Well, I had a Monster
You had a
last
Monster
week.
like on the show last week.
On the
didn't
show
you?
last week. I must confess, I've never had a Rockstar energy drink.
Oh, I knew it. Yeah, we were close.
I haven't had a Rockstar energy drink either.
Yeah.
Well, are we missing out?
I don't know, but I'm going to have one tomorrow.
Yes. This is
On
fun.
the
I
show?
did the Monster last week.
On the show?
Well, I feel like I drink a few Red Bulls in my life. They left me feeling a little funny. I don't make it a habit. But last week I said I've never had a Monster. Everybody's drinking. Some people, we had people confessing they drink like 4 or 5 of them a day.
Yeah, see, like for me,
well,
I've been diagnosed with a rare thing called high blood pressure.
Yes, you in a pill.
So I'm off the Red Bulls. And I used to get the Red Bull. I used to mix in. I like that blue Red Bull. There was like a blueberry thing. I like that one. I actually legitimately like the taste of it.
With a little shot or something.
But now when if I crush Red Bulls now, I kind of get shaky. So I just
Last
feel
time I had
weird
one,
sometimes,
I
especially if I haven't eaten or anything. So wow. So I'm looking forward to watching this journey tomorrow.
I had a sugar-free Monster last week. I'm going to have a sugar-free Rockstar
Half
tomorrow.
sugar.
Okay.
What's this?
Half sugar.
Half sugar.
No, half.
Oh, no sugar.
Half
No,
with a
we don't
V.
need. But it's the original.
Get the original.
Sugar-free. Original sugar-free. No flavor, no fruit punch.
Nice. That's not bad. Rockstar's solid.
The Monster, I'm not going to do that again.
No.
That was
Did
one
it make you feel funny?
Kind of, but not like a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Red Bull would still be your top.
Where does it come out on the old caffeine scale? Or whatever it is that makes
Well,
you
they're huge cans, right? Like the Red Bull's such a small
Red
can.
Bull's
So
nice
you're like,
little
oh, it's
small
just a
can.
shot. But
Yeah.
this thing is like
That's
a
what I'd
liter.
say too. All right, so that's big. That's something we learned today too. So that's good. Trev, what are you confessing?
That's a good confession there, LT. I can't wait. This is
Not a competition.
This is a fun journey. That I wonder what next
This is
week
it.
you're gonna have. Yes. Oh,
Next
okay.
week I'm going to have nothing.
Okay.
Maybe a Molson Canadian.
Oh, yeah. I got you. There's more where there's.
That's good. There's more where that came from, he says.
So yeah, the pod squad dropped on by yesterday.
Those are our new 5 police officer friends who came to hang out yesterday.
Very nice people. Very nice people.
Pod squad does roll off the tongue.
It does.
Yeah.
I was playing vids.
One guy kind of didn't know what he was getting into here. I don't
Yeah.
think. He's like, what is
the
this?
little guy?
The taller guy.
No, the taller guy.
The big tall guy.
Yeah.
He was taller than me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Big.
Yeah, he was pretty jacked, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw them. I was playing vids. I'm like, oh snap! Look at that pod squad. Let's go. And I was having a conversation. And it was great. And I couldn't help I always look at their belt. You know, I'm
Okay.
just like, oh, what do we got here? And I confess, boys, I've always wanted this. I've always wanted this. And I don't know how to bring it up in conversation. And usually when, you know, the police officers have stopped by, there's someone around. And I don't want to ask when anyone's around. And I was going to ask yesterday, and I was like, nah, because then it would have been a whole thing. And I don't really want it to be that big of a thing. And people are going to be like, well, why are you bringing this up now, Trev? Well, I just want to ask one of them.
You want to hold a handgun, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
If there's any way that I could volunteer to get tased, I would. I've always wanted that. I will sign a waiver. Come on by whenever. I would love to get
This could be a
tased.
song right here.
No, seriously.
Tase me.
I've always had a really good, I don't know if you'd say strength.
Wait, are you going to say you're good at getting tased?
No,
that's what he's going to say. That's what you're saying.
I can handle electricity, like getting shocked, like no one's business. There was games that I would play growing up. Like there were like board games that my stepbro would have, and you'd get shocked if you got a question wrong. And I would
That's
get wrong.
a small little shock, Trev.
No, everyone
Not a
else.
taser.
No, but everyone else would freak out. Me, I would hold the thing the whole time, and I would love it. The sad.
You like the
I loved how it made me feel. And then there was, the good old prank. You go to, a little prank store, and the April Fools, you go, hey, teach. And then it's like the bubble gum, and then you pull the bubble gum, and then it shocks you. You get a few teachers doing that. Well, I would buy it just to get shocked. I love how it made me feel.
Well, we got to do this on the show, man.
We'll
talk to the pod squad.
I will sign a waiver. Obviously, I have to.
Yeah, you would have to.
But I want to get. I honestly think I would handle it very well. Better.
You think
than
you would
most.
just sort of sit there and be like, oh?
I think I'd tighten up. I'd be like, "Ugh," but I think I could handle it. I don't think I'd fall down.
You get
I think you
tased.
piss
You,
your pants.
get pepper sprayed, and I'll get shot.
I don't want to. I was just going to say I don't want to get pepper sprayed, but then you said you'll take the bullet.
Yeah.
What, Jackass 9, what hurts more, getting tased, getting pepper sprayed, or getting shot with a bullet?
I'm telling you, man, I think I could handle it pretty well. Because it's 5 seconds. You see the videos, it's 5 seconds.
Some people do overcome it. I don't know how.
And then you see the videos, they're like, hey, I'm going to tase you. And like, oh, do it. And then they just stand there, nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
just
you
like,
think you're that guy?
I don't know. I feel like I'll have a reaction, but I honestly think I'll be fine. So yes,
All right.
that is. I want to get tased, and I didn't want to bring it up because people would be like, "Oh, you're out to lunch," but you know what? No, I've always wanted this. I really have. So if you're listening,
Senior Boots is in and says, or I know Senior Boots says, is this guy for real?
I'm telling you, man, it's
the rookie says $10 says Trev craps himself.
Yeah, there's a lot of vacating bowel texts.
Yeah. Duffman says, right now, all I can see is YouTube Trev taking a taser like Alan on The Hangover. In the face!
That's the one, yeah.
Sometimes these guys need a little extra.
You're a strong buck. Some people want to see you lick a 9-volt battery. Maybe we start there.
Yeah,
you ever
done that before?
Yeah.
It's not too
You're
bad.
still you're looking for the next high.
Yes.
You've done all the rest.
I'm
You
telling you,
want
man.
to kick it up a notch.
I would never do pepper spray. That's ridiculous.
Nature Boy says, my brother is a cop and he's been tased because they have to know what it feels like.
Yeah.
He did not describe it in such glowing terms as YouTube Trev is doing right now. This one is it says, just go get an electric cattle prod. You don't need the cops. It's true. We had one cattle prod on the farm.
Yeah.
We didn't use it very often. Kind of felt like cruel, but we had one.
Yeah, just
or a shock collar. We could.
Oh yeah, that would be yeah.
Well,
we should start with a shock collar on you, then go from there.
I've dabbled with the shock collar before, and I will say I handled it very good. It was a drinking game. My buddies were like, "Oh no, this is insane."
You no longer see her anymore.
You're funny.
Have you ever been pepper sprayed? Either of you? No. Never.
No.
Have you gotten a whiff of it on the air?
My dad, when he used to work at the HR Daddy, used to work as a jail guard in Cranbrook. He got sprayed kind of by accident one time in a little scrum. Said it wasn't very nice.
I was at Diamonds once.
Yeah.
Just,
it's a gentleman's club.
It's a gentleman's
Calm
club.
down.
We were outside and there was a melee. Somebody pepper sprayed from 30 yards away in the wind. I wasn't even remotely close, and the wind took it. And even then, you're kind of like, I can't imagine getting it
No, that's no
Right
joke.
in the eye, yeah.
But don't they have to do that? Cops, they get it, and then they have to go through like a gauntlet of like
They have to do all
and
the
you got
stuff.
to disarm somebody, and you got to you're crying.
Yeah, and then at the end, you have to wear a vest and take a shot right to the chest.
Some people handle it so much better. Those videos are actually quite hysterical to watch. But yeah, I'm telling you. So
yeah, we'll get you high on bath salts first.
Oh no.
Dave in Section T says a guy outside a bar in Austin got tased right in front of me. I don't think it's an experience you want, Trev.
No, I do want this.
All right.
It's 5 seconds. It's 5. It's not like it's a minute. It's 5 seconds.
Orca driver texts in. It says shock collars are 100 to 6,000 volts. A taser is 50,000 volts. Still want it, Trev?
Yes.
He also says they only overcome it if there's not a good connection.
That's
so
what
in those situations where
that's what I thought, because I'm like, there must.
I never understood.
It never
that,
connected. Yeah.
He says also we can chat later, Trev. So
perfect.
Jeremy the surveyor says, as a young man, I bought a taser on eBay when eBay was a new thing. It arrived in a box that was listed as electrical toy. My friends group got hammered on Southern Comfort and tased ourselves. Not as glorious as you would think, Trev.
No, I'm telling you, I'm different. I'm built different.
Sharpies in it says 5 seconds of electricity, lifetime of heart problems.
See, that's where I don't want that. So I'd have to talk.
Well, I think it's a package deal.
Really? So it's
I don't think you can say, I want the taser, but I don't want the heart problems.
No heart problems.
It's nothing permanent. You got really. Ooh.
Well, I have to see. Hey, Trev, I guess we'll find out.
That is the part that scares me. Obviously, I don't want anything afterwards. I just want the immediate.
Elks home opener down at the tailgate.
Come by the Edmonton Sports Talk tailgate.
You can tase
Trev's going to be tased. $10, $10 donations.
Ooh, K-poles need a pain draft.
Oh God, a pain draft.
That's an interesting.
I try to avoid pain most of my life.
No, yeah, but just interesting thought.
All right, we haven't got to my confession. Here's my confession quickly. My confession is for the first time as a homeowner or even a home renter, my kitchen sink has a drip like underneath coming off one of the top pipes. And I don't know what to do about this. Trev, you pointed at me like you knew something.
Well, I just had this problem, and I had to contact my landlord. He fixed it.
Did you watch him fix it?
No, I was away. I didn't want. It's always awkward.
Contact his landlord.
Yeah, I was thinking of just duct taping the entire pipe.
That won't work.
Space heater?
Not a bad idea.
Have you tried that yet?
But it's just like a single drip. Like not. It's not like it's dripping, drip, but it's like slowly sort of dripping. And I know if I don't get on it, it's going to get worse.
Water, man.
So I told Tam, look, here's the easy thing to do. Let's just not use the kitchen sink anymore.
Perfect.
Right? Well, bottled water.
That's what I did with my dishwasher.
Things like, just don't use it. Just don't use it. So it's got to be a simple. Now, I was thinking about this. There's got to be like, what do they call it? Caulking?
I think it's caulking.
Caulking?
Yeah.
Could I just put a bunch of caulking around something?
Yes, you could.
Maybe.
It would look hideous.
And who comes over and looks underneath behind the garbage can at the kitchen sink?
Oh.
It's underneath.
Underneath, okay.
My kitchen sink pipes are out in the open, Trev.
I thought it was the top, like the faucet was
a little dish under there.
Sorry.
Just catch it. So let's just recycle this water, Tam.
You can reuse that for the ODR.
Timber Woodsman says you're going to have to move, Dusty.
Yeah, well, who's going to want to buy the house, though?
Well, yeah,
is there a small drip in the kitchen?
I'll just have Elizabeth hide under there and dry it off the whole time when they're looking at the house. So I don't know. It's just a small little drip. Might drip, I don't know, 30 times a day. One little drip.
Well, that's not.
There's got to be. I know there's got to be a quick fix to this. I think
you just got to tighten it up.
See, Tube Sock says flex tape. What's that?
No, Gorilla Tape.
Drain pipe or water line. Triple P. I don't even know what that means.
No.
The drain pipe. It's the big one. It's the big one that comes down. So it's the drain pipe, I guess.
Josh Clausen says, Dusty, you cannot caulk that. I'm kind of thinking if you do that, then it's tougher to get in and actually fix the problem.
I know.
You're kind of putting up a...
But if I could just keep putting on more caulk every year.
you just keep adding. Yeah.
See, Dr. Dry says flex seal.
Somebody says, light the house on fire and collect the insurance like a man.
It is the drain pipe. It's the big thick pipe coming down.
Triple P says drain pipe easier to fix.
Well, but I don't even know if it's drain pipe. It's It's at like at the top of the drain pipe. You know where there's like it's round at the top and then the drain pipe comes down. It's dripping right off that edge there. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. It's going to be a mess though.
Should go live.
Well, here's what I don't understand.
Go live on Instagram.
Does it only drip, I guess, after we've had water in the sink?
Most likely.
Because if it's coming from the drain pipe, it shouldn't drip if we don't use the sink.
Because then it will be dry.
Boiler guy Dennis asks if your P trap is leaking.
That's not even a thing. Is it?
I think it is.
I thought that sounds like something make believe.
No, that's what we're looking at here. Right?
What's a P trap?
This is
Show
your
me the
kinda-
P trap.
Right, like it's this, like it's not that.
No, it's the part above it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So above the P trap.
Like the drip is coming off right under where the sink is like connected to the pipe. Right in there. That's why I want to.
I had this exact issue.
You did? What'd you do?
Savage the plumber.
Yeah,
because he's a plumber.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came over and
He's
it was
fixed my toilet.
It
One
was
time,
in
too.
it was in the drain. We had to take that out because there was the ceiling around that wasn't proper.
So it's the ceiling around the drain inside the sink.
That's what it was for me, but no.
Probably what it is for me too, I guess.
And I that thing went for a while, and there was a.
Josh Clausen says your seal is probably shot. Easy fix. Easy fix. Clausen, do you know who you're talking to? Anyway, I'll see what I can do. If you're looking to buy a house west of the Henday.
Yeah. I also don't mind the insurance shout, though. You just kind of scorched earth. And
what happened to the Nielsen household? Dusty burnt it down because the link was lightly the sink was lightly leaking. All right, we were going to get to fired up for Jimco, but we got carried away with Trev wanting to be tased and then me being sink boy. So those are your weekly confessions. Rod Z says blown gasket. Turp from Toefield says probably the gasket between the sink and the tailpiece. I got a guy we will give us friends and family discount, but I expect an invite to Christmas dinner after. We'll see. See how it goes. We also got these guys going around the neighborhood trying to sell us on a new roof. And I've been avoiding them for 2 weeks.
K-Poles. Did someone call a plumber? Dusty knocking on his own door for Tammy to answer. I think this is an opportunity to
exciting times.
Yeah.
That's good. So these
sexy plumber.
Anyway, these roof guys are coming around, and they like I'm actively avoiding them. Like if I see them walking in the neighborhood, I'll turn around and drive out of it. I'm like, I don't want to get sucked into a new roof. They've talked to Tammy like 5 times, and they're like, we're not getting a new roof here right now. Yeah,
just say no thank you.
Well, that she does, and they keep coming back. So these roof guys, so they did our neighbor's roof, and I'll just be honest with you, it doesn't look very good.
Yeah,
it doesn't look any better than how my roof looks like right now. So why would I pay this guy to make my roof look like how my roof already looks?
Cease and desist.
But they've sucked in 2 people in the neighborhood. And Tam says she drove by with the other guy who got it done, and he was kind of standing out looking up at it like, I don't know. So why would you keep coming around in the neighborhood when you're doing jobs that don't even look that great in the first place? Doesn't make sense. And if I ever do get my roof done, I'm going to give the work to a nasty who does roofing.
Yeah, you don't want to be the first in the neighborhood to get the job. You want
I'm riding it out. I'm being the last
a few
one.
other guys to
Yeah. I'm going to be up there taking the gasket from the sink, putting it on the roof, filling holes. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. See, 7,000 grams says, definitely the gasket around your sink strainer. You're looking at about $20 and a 20-minute fix.
Well,
this is it. I'm calling my dad up, and he doesn't know what he's doing either. And
your
it's just
math,
a mess.
I think we had 80s to both of those numbers.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's okay, but
it's fine as long as I'll get it done. Did somebody call a plumber?
Just wearing the belt.
All right, 7 o'clock hour has been brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAP.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Hey, I know we got away from the others there for a little bit. But if you are here to complain about a loss to the best team in the league when you're missing a bunch of guys.
Shootout loss.
We'll get to that coming up. It's coming up in hour number 3 here. 780-218-9999. We do need somebody. See, look at this guy. He says, I'm a roofer. I'll look at it for you. I'll give you a solid breakdown of costs, etc., for much cheaper than any of the companies will. This is what I'm talking about. Like, why would I not do business? We're going to give my business to a guy that listens to the show or a company that listens to the show.
Greg in the nasty chat, you were not getting a roof done for looks. Dear God.
Well, but no, it looked sketchy.
But if it performs,
Yeah, but it didn't look like all the shingles were properly.
This is a shingle thing?
Well, yeah, isn't that what's on the roof?
No, but
The
I
shingle.
don't know.
It's a
Maybe they're
shingle
like
thing.
taking the roof
Said they
off.
cut-
and
it said
putting a new-
that my neighbor said he paid $12,000.
Ew.
Why don't you give me the $12,000? I'll take you out back and I'll kick you in the nuts. All right, if you want to play kind of easy trivia, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. If you want to play trivia, we've hit 19 in a row. Let's take it to 20. Kind of easy trivia, 3 questions too many. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. Greg Wyshynski still going to join us. The rap for William Huff, all still to come as well. Oh.
Whoa.
3 more shirts ordered in. Pick up your EST playoff shirt right now. EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Click on EST playoff shirt and join us for the run. Also, just got a text today that old Mr. Peel-Off Wayne Gretzky is going to be arriving at 8 o'clock Friday morning.
Wayne in the house.
Beautiful. Love that. It's not real Wayne Gretzky. It's the peel-off.
That's real.
Thing prop up we're going to have for the playoffs. That's what it is. All right, if you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, why would you go anywhere? Come on, this has got to be a fun show for you today. You got a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. If you are watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. And if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart, of course, sports update coming your way. It's brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Oilers fall 2-1 in a shootout to the Avalanche. Connor McDavid scored his 48th of the season while Connor Ingram made 30 stops. Edmonton round out the regular season Thursday at home to the Canucks. Elsewhere last night, Vegas over Winnipeg 6-2. Golden Knights improved to 6-0-1 under John Tortorella. Kings clinch a playoff spot with a 5-3 victory in Seattle. They're 7-1-2 in their last 10. And the Flyers also clinching a playoff berth as they would get past Carolina 3-2 in a shootout. Vegas tops of the division this morning, 93 points through 81 games. Edmonton, 91 points through 81 games. The Ducks, 90 points through 80. And the Kings, 89 through 80. 9 games in the NHL tonight. Kings are back in action. They're in Vancouver, while the Ducks are also on the road in Minnesota. The Toronto Blue Jays will take a 6-9 record on the road, opening a 9-game road trip tonight in Milwaukee. Kevin Gausman scheduled to start, first pitch 5:40. NBA play-in action gets underway tonight with a pair of games. At 5:30, the Hornets host the Heat, while at 8, it's Portland visiting Phoenix. Tomorrow, Sixers at home to the Magic, while the Warriors visit the Clippers. Raptors get the postseason underway Saturday at 11 a.m. as Game 1 goes in Cleveland against the Cavaliers. Sticking with basketball, the Toronto Temple will have a Canadian on the roster for their first season in the WNBA as Kia Nurse will sign with the expansion franchise. 30-year-old spent last season with the Chicago Sky. The Tempo will be Nurse's 6th team in 6 seasons. Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
I am a Zach High man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I am the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. 3rd overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set.
it's going in the net. I'm Nugent Hopkins. I was born in 93, all the way from Burnaby. Played some junior for Red Deer and had a ball. Signed with the Oilers when I went first overall. My two-way game, they said, is totally complete. The best in the league. The best in the league. The league. The league. The league. I'm Connor McDavid. I'm sure you've all seen my work. I'm not from this planet Earth. I'm deadly serious when I'm telling you what's up. My soul, it will not rest until we hoist the cup. Do what it takes through all the struggle and the pain, till just the oil remains. And we're gonna win again and again and again and again and again and again and
again. 8:09 in the morning, the AM. You're with the Nielson Show here on the FM dial, 95.7 Cruise FM. Of course, over on YouTube. Let's hammer the thumbs up over on YouTube. Let's blow through 200 here in the next few moments. If you are watching on YouTube, please sub to the channel and hammer the thumbs up for us. That would be greatly appreciated. It pushes the show out to others like you who might enjoy some sports talk and some fun stuff along the way. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio, Nielsen Show today and every day. Brought to you by Weiss Johnson. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and one of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text of the day. Lots to get to here in the third hour still. Greg Washinsky is going to join us in about 20 minutes. We'll get fired up. Probably after Wyshynski, we'll get fired up. Yeah. He likes to fire people up.
Usually people are.
Here's what'll happen. I'm going to predict it right now. We're going to talk Norris Trophy with Wyshynski, and then after that, we'll do Fired Up.
Easy.
For Gemco Fireplaces. 3 questions too many coming up as well. If you have a question for 3 questions too many, send them in. Right now we've got 2 hockey questions and a basketball question. So if you don't want us to answer the basketball question, you better send in another one.
Strummy's frantically.
Yeah, sports question, non-sports question, 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. Trev in the break there was doubling down on wanting to get tased. So could be a good thing to show people that you don't want to get tased, like an educational episode of the show.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I also am very excited to show people why you shouldn't want to get tased. Trev, again, I was talking to him about the air. He goes, yeah, but there was 2 games I played as a kid where you would get shocked.
Easy. Same
and
thing.
I barely even got
Same
it.
thing.
Like,
yeah. I bet you if somebody walked in today and said, I'll tase you, he would gladly accept the challenge on the spot.
That's tough. 8 o'clock hour of the show is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention EST and you get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. They're Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call, 780-447-2787, or visit them at 14510 124th Ave. And if you're looking for something, they've got it. Simple as that. Hey, who was that guy that texted in the test earlier? He replied with just a handle. Like, I think he was just sort of trying to get his handle locked in. It was a long time ago in the text, but
just call him Test.
His handle, he wants to be
Jazz
Michael Michaels.
Oh, okay.
That's
you
what
be
he
whoever you want to be. Yeah,
that's what he wants the handle to be. So I like. He just texted it again. All right, we're gonna play a little kind of easy trivia here. This will get us going in the third hour. We've hit 19 in a row. Looking to go to 20. It's brought to you by Mr. Mike's in Feast Mode at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Feast Mode has been activated. For just $39.99, you'll choose between the Emperor's Caesar salad or the rustic onion soup. That's just your starter. Then you add the 6-ounce sirloin with lobster butter or the grilled chicken surf combo. Feast Mode activated at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Trev, who is playing kind of easy trivia on this wonderful Tuesday morning?
John.
John is
John.
going to play today.
Yes.
Is that a make-believe name?
No.
If this is a Tief, I'm going to tase you.
No.
All right.
It's not.
Let's go to John. John's going to play today. John, how you doing this morning, man?
Not so bad, buddy. Not so bad.
Okay, here we go. All right, John, we're looking to make it 20 in a row here. Travel start the ticker after I read the first question. Good luck, okay?
All right.
Did the Edmonton Oilers win last night?
No.
What position does Scott Wedgwood play?
Goalie.
Are the Maple Leafs going to the playoffs?
Hell no.
Are the Flames going to the playoffs?
Hell no.
Are the Canucks going to the playoffs?
Hell no.
Got it! 5 for 5!
No! God. Damn it, Shake, stop it!
They are going to remember that AM radio is a viable and modern source for news and entertainment. Totally. People don't listen to AM like they used to. Seems like it's more about FM and color TV. That's stupid. It sure is, Kevin.
I'm stoked. You stoked?
I'm stoked.
Just
I'm
so
stoked.
stoked.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Cannot come to my house. No, not today.
What a sports nut. Huh? Got it done. 5 for 5.
Hell no.
Congratulations to John. Seemed like a good time. Like John sounded like he used
Yeah, he
to
could have
party.
just said no, but adding the hell on suggests that he really takes pleasure in seeing these teams out, which
Actually, I'll
relates
say
to a
this.
lot of us.
Rick, do you not think he sounded a little bit like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, he was putting it on a bit.
Maybe it was
putting it on a bit. Texas Rattlesnake himself, hey?
Calling him on Kind of Easy Trivia.
Is that a Nevada area code that we got in there? He races dune buggies in the desert.
I know
now.
he does,
His
yeah.
Instagram is the best.
I got to start following Stone
It is
Cold on
so
that.
good.
What's
So
his
good.
Instagram handle?
Probably Steve
It's not-
Austin.
oh,
or
man, he's not
something.
going to mix Stone Cold into
Steven
that?
Austin.
If I was Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold would have to be.
I think
have
it's
to be in
somewhere,
there.
yeah. A quick search would.
S. Austin.
But it's just him walking around his like compound and fixing up the buggy for a race. You're getting a lot of roofing. See, this is your play now. I think it was all. There's not even any. You're just looking for. Guys are.
My sink's fine, but my roof's horrible. No, yeah, but there were some people. I don't know. I want somebody I can trust. That like a roofing company that listens to the show that I can trust them.
Yeah.
And then if they
And
don't
if
do
they
a
don't
good
do-
job, I can rip the hell out of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
and they probably think it would be a funny bit.
Pressure's on the.
Yeah. But we're not doing that right now. Our roof's fine. There's no leaks in our house except
Oh,
for the
there you
one in
go.
the sink.
Yeah.
Those roof guys come back and would say, "Do you do sinks?"
You might as well ask. Doesn't hurt.
All right, we're going to get into 3 questions too many here for the, for what? Rick, you got a liner for the segment?
Yeah, it's for the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki. He'll take a look at that sink. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. He's a handy man. He runs the dealership. Like, he wears the suit. He's got the office and everything, but he also goes around and does odd jobs that require...
But when he's doing plumbing, he has a full-blown Mario costume from Super Mario, because those guys were plumbers.
You don't want Tammy answering the door when he shows up in his plumber.
Yeah, Mitch Lewicki?
Oh, take my money.
I'm stuck up on the roof? That's not good. All right, you can text us anytime. We'll get to a few of your questions as we work our way through this. Some good questions rolling in to try to avoid that NBA question.
Yeah, WNBA questions.
People are going crazy today. Let's go. Let's start here, though. This one came in actually on Twitter last night in a DM for 3 questions this morning. Dusty, I see people ripping on Knobloch again tonight. What has to happen for him to keep his job this offseason?
He quits.
To keep his job?
He tries to, and then they say, no, please, this is good. Like, and he shows fans that he's willing to listen to them and step aside, but the organization says, no, we signed you to an extension. You got to come back. He says, okay, if I have to,
I
and
guess
then
I'll say.
Yeah.
Trev, what do you think they need to accomplish for Knobs to run it back next year? He's like the top 10 tenured coach in the NHL because they just
Already.
go through
NHL
them so
coaching.
much.
Shelf life.
Yeah.
I mean, he made it to the playoffs. Even if they lose the first round, he's still going to be here next year. Like, something crazy.
I think
would
unless
have to
it's
happen.
a disaster.
Like, if they get swept, okay, there might be
Like,
conversation.
unless it looks like the team, like, gets down 2-0 in a series and just looks like they gave up after that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, man, I know many of you are really hopeful that he's fired in the offseason.
But you don't even see that scenario happening.
No,
I don't.
Not at all.
They're going to the conference final. That's
but just getting down on themselves and not playing for him or them. Like, I don't see that.
I don't see a world where Connor McDavid allows a team to mail it in. So let's just see. Here's the scenarios. They win a round to get eliminated in the second round.
He's staying.
You gonna fire him?
No, that's ridiculous.
Get back to the conference final again. You gonna fire him? People would though, you guys.
A first round exit would initiate conversation, but I still don't think it would happen. Fair? Like, that's kind of your...
In this market, a second round exit initiates conversation. Hell, he could get
amongst
back.
the fans.
I'll say this. He could go back to a Stanley Cup final again and lose again, and people would say, that's it, you're done. And maybe you justify it by saying he's had 3 cracks at it, hasn't been able to get it done, let somebody else have a crack at it. That being said, no coach in the history of the game would have ever gone to 3 Stanley Cup finals and lost them and got fired, I would think. Or get fired after going to the Cup final 3 times.
Is that the coach, or are those the players? Is that McDavid?
I don't know, man.
There's no way. The only thing that if they get swept in the first round, then it might happen.
Like they play the Kings in the first round and they get swept.
Management might discuss.
In the first round of the Kings, yeah.
Yeah.
But losing to Tortorella's Golden Knights right now, because the only problem is they made a late season coaching change, and that would illustrate the point that.
Yeah, but the Islanders made a late season coaching change when they were in a playoff spot and lost the playoff spot.
But a different team on paper that you could say, are you getting them?
No, but the Islanders were in a playoff spot when they made their coaching change and they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think the Islanders are what the Vegas Golden Knights are.
They'd had a better season up until that point.
But I still think on paper you'd take a Golden Knights squad.
Yeah,
to coach.
I'd take Marner and Eichel.
Yeah. Somebody says Kyle Lienbaumer depends who's available.
Yeah.
It's all fine to switch out the coach, but then who are you bringing in? And there's no more DeBoer yet.
I don't know. I don't know what this conversation will look like. Let's see how it goes. His contract hasn't even kicked in yet.
That's
I have to think that the organization would probably like to see this sort of continue.
Peanuts money. Do you know how rich they are?
I know. Yeah. I mean, it's very, very rich organization.
Pay that. Probably pay for your roof.
Question number 2. If not the Oilers, which team would you guys like to see win the Stanley Cup this year?
Buffalo. The Sabres.
Ah, Buffalo Sabres, eh?
Yes. I don't know why I said it like that, but the Sabres, yes.
Buffalo is a good one.
Montreal, honestly.
Well, that's the thing. So the next Canadian team, if it's not the Oilers, I think it'd be highly hilarious if the Senators went on a run.
That would be funny.
Because they are the neutral. I mean, the Habs, there's Leafs fans. Yeah. People there's a bit of a grudge there. Like, I think nobody has a grudge against the Senators. And if they were the one out of the Leafs, out of the Oilers, out of all these teams we talked about, and it's the Senators that go on and
Sens had their run. They were close one year. They were in there.
It's happened before, but
I mean, obviously it's the Habs for me. And number 2 would be a team that I am a extremely part-time play-by-play man for, the Ottawa Senators. So I'm on board with both.
Right.
Outside of Winnipeg, I'm happy that the 3 sort of most annoying teams in Canada are out of the playoffs this year.
I agree.
Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver. Like, nobody's missing you.
No.
I don't think nobody's missing you. I think a lot of people would have had a soft spot for Winnipeg because it's Winnipeg, but they didn't deserve to be in. To me, you got the 3 most likable teams in the playoffs here with the Habs, Sens, and the Oilers.
That would be awesome if the Sabres went on a little bit of a run.
They've been on a little bit of a run for 4 months. Like, I don't think it's crazy to think that they would continue. Now the playoffs are different.
That's the problem, though. Like,
they're either getting
you have such
swept,
a hot season,
or new to the party.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that crowd. It's nice to see a crowd.
That place will be insane.
Yeah, it will be. And credit to the fans there because they've sucked for well over 10 years now, 14 years, if I'm not mistaken, the drought. And they weren't selling out, but they had some fans, like it could have been worse. Could have been like the Panthers fans.
Once again, if the Senators do go on, do you get a ring?
You know what? I actually I had a call yesterday with the producer of those Sens games. We were on a chat yesterday. And the first thing he said, I said, man, heck of a run by our Ottawa Senators, eh? And he goes, if they win a cup, you'll get a ring. I said, yeah. I mean, he was joking, Trev. We were joking about it. It's funny because you were joking about it. Yeah.
People have gotten rings for less.
Right now, I'm just looking at the East to talk about like the Habs and the Sens. These are the current odds over at Play Alberta for teams to win the Eastern Conference and go to the Stanley Cup final. We'll take a look at the West in a second, too. The Tampa Bay Lightning, plus 195. The Hurricanes are plus 205. And then you got the Sabres down at plus 715 and the Habs, or the Senators, at plus 750. Then you get the Penguins at plus 1230. The Habs at plus 1250. The Flyers are 22-1 and the Bruins are plus 2275. So according to the odds, it is more likely that the Senators make it to the Stanley Cup final than the Habs make it to the Stanley Cup final. Out in the West, Colorado Avalanche, plus 150. Dallas Stars, plus 458. Vegas Golden Knights, plus 495. The Oilers, plus 585. Then the Wild at plus 740. And then it drops down to the Mammoth, the Ducks, and the Kings. And the Ducks and the Kings have the same odds. So for those of you who aren't into odds or understand what it means, I mean, this is basically just a sports book's power rankings of their likeliness to win the West. Colorado, Dallas, Vegas, Edmonton, Minnesota, Utah, Anaheim, and the Los Angeles Kings. And the Colorado Avalanche are the Stanley Cup favorite now. The Edmonton Oilers have the 6th best odds to win Le Coupe de Stanley. Question number 3. This was sent in to avoid, does OKC walk to a championship? Which I do think they will in the NBA. They're just too good. OKC's too good. I know the Spurs giving them some runs in the regular season, but I think OKC would be too good. Question number 3. Guys, what is the most pain that you'd be willingly able to try?
Well, that's...
like to follow up to Trev saying he could get tased.
I don't know.
Like just for bleeps and gigs.
Like an action or an event.
Yeah, what's
I've had my hand smashed in a car door once.
But not on purpose.
No. But I mean, that's...
Yeah, I think to say, what would you be willing to say, hey, I'll do a stunt for pain? Because, Trev, you're still sitting here going, you'd be tased.
Yes. Like on Jackass, what stunt would you be like, okay, I'll do that one? What's the
I don't think I'd do anything on Jackass.
Really?
I'd do anything.
The shocking ones.
You would do anything?
Well, just to try it. I'd like to push myself to the limit and see.
Swim with sharks.
So would you get tased? Because if you guys are both going to get tased,
I'd get shot.
What am I
take a gun.
It's
a strange question because, why not? You live once. It's exciting to see how
it would really
your
hurt.
Pain threshold.
Something really hurt. I could do it. I've avoided putting myself in painful situations my entire life. Why would I sit here all of a sudden and be like, yeah, I'll try to get pepper sprayed just to try it.
Those ones the pepper spray. That one's not fun.
Talking about the pepper spray, you were going to get tased, man.
It's not different. I've heard stories. That one messes with you for hours.
What about this one? I would be willing to try to do a backflip in a monster truck.
Oh, that
could hurt, but would be a cool thing to pull off.
They're pretty. I think you're okay in there with how it's designed.
Plenty of suspension.
Yeah,
they bounce.
Yeah.
Keep bouncing.
Fun.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'd go along in a monster. If the guy's driving, I'd sit in the passengers. Yeah.
Lucas texts in and says, "Will it hurt?" With tube. Now Lucas did do that, right? That was his thing.
I've heard some stories.
What was the worst one that Luke did back at the Bear?
Well, he went to the hospital when he played the women's rugby team.
Okay.
And then they wheeled him out in a wheelchair, and he was smoking a cart there in a robe or whatever.
They must have kicked his ass.
The dominatrix walked out over him with high heels, I think. And I think there was wax incorporated in that. I could be wrong. What were some of the other ones? Yeah, it's too bad. Like the Wayback Machine and the internet, all that stuff has been wiped from the...
It's all taken out, yeah. Sailor says, I got a paper cut once. It hurt.
Sometimes it's those small things that really...
Oh.
Like a migraine, for example.
They did that on Jackass. So, the paper
cut.
But
a lot of them, yeah.
But in between your...
they did everywhere.
Your
webbing. Envelope. They did it in the lips.
Sides of the lip.
The toes.
I think this is as far as I would go, and I still don't know if I would do it, but I guess getting a tattoo.
Not even.
That's pretty painful.
No, it's not.
It's not at all. On the foot. Apparently that's...
So your tattoo didn't hurt you at all?
No.
It must have hurt a little. It must have stung a little bit.
No, if you got one on like your shin bone, there's other places I'm sure on your body.
Where
that
you
would
go,
hurt.
calves? You're on
I
your
got
calf
one
and
on
your
bicep
arm.
and one on the calf, and this is muscle. Like it's an annoying pain.
Yeah.
But it's not something where you're like, no, I get it. If you're getting a back piece and you're in there for hours and hours and hours, like I get that it would get a little, you get overcome with it. But no, tattoos is kind of, and some people actually say the feeling is a little addicting.
A tattoo.
I've heard that.
That must be why some of those people have like their whole body
That's the
tattooed,
thing.
I guess.
Yeah. No, you should get one. Get a little LeBron on your ankle. That's the one though. Hey, if you were to,
just
that'd be cute.
I would. What I would do is I get like a goat, but with LeBron's head on the goat.
Yeah, you could do that. Just get a little stamp.
Yeah.
Stamp on your ankle.
Yeah, it's something you wouldn't regret because it's a completely undebatable talking point.
LeBron in Old English across your back.
That's a good idea too.
And you go to the pool and you can flex out.
Yeah, I guess there's that. The Pod Squad has sent in their picture from yesterday with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. Thanks for coming in again, boys. Yeah, 5 police officers yesterday. We've now named them the Pod Squad because orcas are there. They swim in pods, and these guys drive orcas, so it totally makes sense. And they obviously love it. They texted in today from Pod Squad in capital letters. So those guys are beauties. Rod Z says tattoos do become addictive. I don't know. I think
I'd love to get another one. They're just too damn expensive.
Like a long time from now, I'd probably be viewed as soft if I don't at least try to get a tattoo.
You might as well. Again, you don't need just get a little guy there. And
just a little one.
A little one.
Just a little tattoo.
Look at Zach. He's so cute in the photo.
In the Odd Squad from the Pod Squad.
What is he? Oh, I got a kick out of that kid.
I hope the Pod Squad doesn't become like that group of guys that's always here and we have to talk to them at some point and be like, hey guys, coming around a bit too much.
Yeah.
It's just awkward. They're playing like we finish the show and they're out there playing video games. So like, hey,
what's up, boys?
There must be some crime
Don't you have
somewhere
a
in
job
the
to
area.
do?
Like,
Yeah.
All right. Jen says that she would want the Penguins to win the Stanley Cup.
Well, the Sid story.
Can't wait
and all
for
that,
an
yeah.
Edmonton Penguins final and lose to Skinner. Redemption for Skinner.
I don't need to.
Could you imagine? Can you? Oh God! Don't even think. Yeah.
And I think I just want to confirm the tweet here. He did put out last night, Greg Wyshynski, at Washinsky, on the Twitter machine. While extremely unlikely to happen, there is now a non-zero chance that Trevor Zegras faces the Ducks for the Stanley Cup this season.
I guess it's still alive. We'll get to it. Greg Washinsky is coming up. He's going to be joining us right away. We got to get out. We've got a sports update coming your way online with Lieutenant Eric. And if you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, then you're right back with us. The sports update is brought to you by Edmonton Sports Talk Bids for Kids event going down tonight, presented by GS Construction in support of Kids Sport. Join myself, Gene Principe, Mark Connolly, and Reed Wilkins tonight at Bell and Scona from 5:30 to 9 for a live hot stove, delicious buffet, silent auction, and more. Get your tickets right now, www.kidsportbidsforkids.com. For everybody already planning on going to the event, thank you very much for the support for Kids Sport, and we'll see you tonight. Here's the update.
Oilers falling in a shootout 2-1 to the Avalanche last night. Connor McDavid would score his 48th, while Connor Ingram made 30 saves. Oilers round out the regular season Thursday at home to the Canucks. Elsewhere last night, Vegas topping Winnipeg 6-2. Kings hanging on for a 5-3 victory in Seattle, and the Flyers punched their ticket to the playoffs 3-2 in a shootout over the Hurricanes. Golden Knights sit atop the division this morning, 93 points through 81 games. Oilers 91 points through 81. Anaheim have 90 points through 80, and the Kings 89 through 80. 9 games in the NHL tonight, including the Kings in Vancouver and the Ducks on the road to take on the Wild. The Toronto Blue Jays hit the road to open a 9-game trip starting tonight in Milwaukee. Jays 6-9 on the season. Kevin Gausman is the scheduled starter. First pitch 5:40. NBA play-ins kick off tonight with a pair of games. The Heat are in Charlotte, while Portland visit Phoenix. Tomorrow, it'll be Orlando visiting Philly and the Clippers at home to the Warriors. Raptors get the postseason underway Saturday, 11 a.m., Game 1 in Cleveland against the Cavaliers. And the Toronto Tempo will have a Canadian on their roster for their first season in the WNBA as Kia Nurse will sign with the expansion franchise. The 30-year-old spent last season with the Chicago Sky. The Tempo will be her 6th team in 6 seasons. Sports Update brought to you by the Edmonton Sports Talk Bids for Kids event presented by GS Construction in support of Kids Sport. Join Gene Principe, Mark Conley, Dustin Nielsen, among others, tonight, 5:30 to 9. Bell and Scona for a live hot stove, delicious buffet, silent auction, and more. You can get your tickets at www.kidsportbidsforkids.com.
Nielson Show, thank you very much for being here today. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. Coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. Greg Wyshynski from ESPN is going to join us, and he will join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Firehouse with 15 locations in the Edmonton and greater area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. All their subs freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy as well. All right, let's bring in Greg Washinsky this morning and start by asking him this. Greg, have you ever been tased?
No. I politely told the officer, "Don't tase me, bro." And he did not tase me, in fact. Why are you guys even in today? I thought Eric would be out celebrating Iron Maiden getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Dusty, I know you're a big Sade guy. It was a really big, important day for the show yesterday.
I don't know. I guess we have to be here.
Not a big Iron Maiden fan, to be honest.
You're not, eh?
What?
No.
Really?
Never got into it.
No one who looks like you did not have an Eddie Iron Maiden poster on their wood paneled wall growing up.
No.
You didn't. So are you anti-Iron Maiden?
Not anti. I just never. I might be in the minority, but I just never really. I like I appreciate the theatrics, the stage. I mean, it's not gore, but it's up there.
Dusty, I think he's anti-Iron Maiden. Like he's trying to perpetrate that he's not, but that visceral reaction tells me that maybe he was a Judas Priest guy.
I will take Priest over Maiden, though.
Oh, there you go then. Can you be both?
Well, yeah.
No.
Is that like a rivalry?
Yeah, it's like Oasis and Blur or Beatles and Stones. You can't be both.
There's only one right answer
Oasis and Blur. There's a reference for you. All right, great. I mean, we got lots of places to start. Let's start Oilers and Avs. Last night, we were talking about if one of the guys crushes it, McKinnon or McDavid, is it going to chase it? And then ended up being kind of a goaltending battle until they got to the shootout when nobody could really stop anything until Roslovic
McKinnon had the last laugh there.
I looked at it. The Oilers, it's unlikely. They can still finish first in the Pacific. I think in a perfect world, you stay where you are and you have home ice in the first round against the Ducks. So I was just like, it's not the end of the world.
Do
but
you
we
want to?
We had a bunch of people today who were pissed off that they dropped that game to the Avs last night. I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it?
Well, it's the end of the world if we have to see, the 105th running of Kings Oilers in the first round. Which is
that's true.
What we might be heading into now, based on the math. Your show is the only place I can talk about this on, so I'm going to say this.
Okay.
So I thought in the shootout, the whole point is that you have to keep forward momentum with the puck at all times, right? There was a couple of attempts last night. I think Nugent Hopkins had one where he literally stopped short at the front of the crease and then put the puck into the top of the net. And I think McKinnon's was the same, where he sort of stopped in the slot and then continued forward and made a move. I'm not saying they're illegal. I was just curious though, because they seem like maybe adjacent to illegal on some of these shootout moves, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking the
well,
stuff.
when you they did Nugent basically stopped and went out. McKinnon sort of stopped and then got going. It
started again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're probably opening up a can of worms you don't want to if all of a sudden you say that those ones aren't good. But yeah, it was interesting. Now, I think the biggest
the shootout's stupid. So I feel like you should be able to do everything.
Do whatever you want anyway. Yeah.
You should be able to take a chainsaw out and distract the goalie. I don't care. The shootout is stupid. But when we I remember there, if we're going to be sticklers about the puck moving forward, the idea that McKinnon can stop in the middle of the slot and then continue his attempt, I thought was kind of an.
Well, we got people in the chat who are saying technically Natchez stopped at the left side and then reached around to. I mean,
you see,
kind of nitpicking a little bit here though.
But Natchez is something that I think is important to talk about on the show as well, which is that I think there should be a rule in every sport called the we'll clean it up for radio, the cool crap rule.
Yeah.
Which is that if something is illegal, but it's cool as crap, then it's legal. So that Natchez move was really great.
It was a beautiful move.
So if it's illegal, I think it stands that we just look at it and just applaud and say, you know what, that was pretty dope. That's top of the Sports Center highlights kind of dope. So we'll
go to Toronto.
Great.
Based on any of those,
based on that
make
type
the
of stuff,
call and then the
biggest thing for the Oilers last night was I thought Ingram played very well against. Both teams were missing some big guys, but Ingram's put together two really good games. The Oilers haven't been able to score much over those last two really good games, but we were talking about it a little bit on our show this morning, and obviously the whole Skinner thing was a very up and down roller coaster here for a couple of years with Skinner and the media and the fans. But as Trev said this morning on our show, I think the Oilers fans should probably feel better about their goaltending right now than they have in quite some time. Don't you? Do you agree?
Do you? I mean, you would know better than I. Is
I
that
agree.
the case?
Ingram,
Ingram Jari is an upgrade over what they had the previous two runs. Listen, I think in Ingram's case, you do get stretches of dominant play. It's not consistent enough for me personally, but that's why you have another goalie in the tandem. I don't think Stu was ever he's just going to be locked in for 2 weeks, and nothing's getting by him. He'd have a game or here or two where he would be the difference maker. But, ultimately, I think Ingram maybe has the higher ceiling based on his ability to do that. It's just not consistent enough for me. But I don't know. Maybe just it being different than what it's been the last two runs gives you enough confidence that that things can be different.
Somebody asked us today, if not the Oilers, who would you like to see win the Stanley Cup? Is there a from your longtime media background, what's the best story this year to win a Stanley Cup? What's the narrative that you would like to see play out with a Stanley Cup?
I mean, the best story is probably if it's Buffalo and then pick the biggest market available in the Western Conference, right? Buffalo would be the idea that the Sabres could win a championship before the Josh Allen Bills is kind of funny. But
that would be great. That would be really funny.
But also, just they're kind of a magical team, and they do have a little bit of that St. Louis Blues team in them. I think that won the cup that year, as far as finding themselves inside the season and breaking through and all coming together. But the team I want to see win may not be the biggest draw, but it's Carolina. They've done things right. They've bubbled under the surface in the Eastern Conference, and in some cases have been unable to get past Florida. I think validation for Brind'Amour as a coach would be good, and I'd like to see guys like Aho get a ring. And I think their front office is good. It's a good market that gets really excited for this team in the playoffs. So if I could like spin the wheel and pick a team to win the cup, it'd be Carolina, just because I think they should be rewarded for the way that they've built that team and try to do it the right way.
Would you like to share the boldest of your bold preseason predictions with us this morning, Greg?
Do you mean that the LA Kings would beat the Oilers in the first round? Listen, man, I got to do 32 of those.
Craig Button
okay?
earlier, he said if they even get the matchup, he's going to be eating spoiled eggs and rotten milk for the entire series.
He doesn't want to see it at all.
I don't listen. First of all, I certainly don't want to be right because Draisaitl doesn't play. Like, God willing, he's back.
Yeah,
and at least there won't be, the Oilers, shorthanded against this Kings team. Look, I listen. I don't think the Kings are all that good. I think the Oilers should top to bottom still beat the Kings in the first round. I think, in making that bold prediction, again, I got to make a bold prediction for the Kings. So, like, what is it going to be? Either they beat the Oilers in the first round or they play an exciting game. I guess would be the other bold prediction for the Kings. so I had to pick something. But like, it is the law of averages. I mean, what is this? Was it going to be like 5 times now or 4 times? These five times. It's hard to beat the same team 5 times in the playoffs. So we'll see. But to soothe the angry listeners who I'm sure are grabbing their torches in the chat right now about your boy making a anti-Oilers prediction, I will say that I am proudly going to cast my vote this week for Connor McDavid for MVP. I think he deserves it. I think what he's done without Draisaitl, without Hyman, is extremely impressive, and I think that the other 2 players don't have as strong a case as Connor to win the MVP this year.
Okay, but now let's get to the hottest of takes. Everybody's got one this week, the Norris Trophy conversation. Where do you come out on that one? Obviously, Pronger and Friedman kind of fired a lot of people up on Saturday with their conversation with Bieksa, so it's been a talking point for the last 72 hours or so. Have you determined where you're going to go in that category?
Where did they land? Were they all Bouchard?
No. Pronger and Friedman on Hockey Night Canada Saturday night said Rasmus Dahlin. They both had him at the top of their ballot.
Oh, wow.
And then Bieksa was making a case heavily for Makar. We had Button on this morning, and he obviously was talking about Werenski, who's the betting favorite. He is big Darren Radish guy over here. How are you sorting through this? It seems like there's a lot to break down this year.
Well, my vote goes to Brett Kulak, as you know. That's really interesting about Dahlin. Like, I'm surprised, frankly, that he hasn't gotten more support, because I think he's had a really strong season. He's had there's a great story to him too, as far as all the off-ice stuff that he's had to deal with. And I actually, in the same bold predictions piece that we were referring to before, predicted he'd be a Norris finalist. So if Friedge and Pronger are right, then I'll be completely happy with that. I think at the end, I'm probably a Werenski guy. Like, it's undeniable. The season he's had in both ends of the ice offensively. I mean, he's their leading scorer. I mean, he's their MVP this year
by a little bit.
Finished second for the award last year. I thought he was great. I will say for the record that unlike some of my colleagues, him having a gold medal does not factor into my Norris Trophy voting. But I think I haven't dove into the numbers in the Norris as much as I have on the Hart. But I think I'd probably land on Werenski too.
All right, before we let you go, people want to know what the thoughts are on WrestleMania this weekend. Are you excited? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the event, and where's the twist this week?
So, all right. So as you guys know, I do some wrestling writing for ESPN, and I have to write the lapsed fans guide to WrestleMania for this weekend, which I was working on last night. And there's a term called threading the needle that I think you might be familiar with, in which you have to write about something that you're not exactly enamored with, but the problem is that a very important person in your company is part of the angle that you're struggling with. And so I spent a lot of time last night figuring out how to convey my feelings about the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match with Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll being involved, whilst not being overly emphatic about my feelings about it. So suffice it to say, I'm more into Punk and Reigns than I am into Cody and Orton as far as the build to those.
How much are McAfee and Jelly Roll going to be involved?
I mean, McAfee is the catalyst for the match. Like, he convinced Randy Orton to attack Cody Rhodes because, according to McAfee, he wants to bring back the Attitude Era, which I know is important to both of you in WWE.
It is. It's true.
And he said that Cody Rhodes, represents all that's like wrong with current wrestling. The same Cody Rhodes who bleeds in every match and told The Rock to F off. That's the guy who is the epitome of all that is not the Attitude Era. So like I said, boys, I'm struggling with the old writing thing this week, but I am excited for WrestleMania overall.
Excellent. Good stuff, man. Well, I'm sure we'll break down part of it at least next week on the show. What else you got coming up down the pipe over at ESPN?
Oh, tomorrow I got a fun one. I asked a GM, a coach, and a player for their playoff prognostications and all that good stuff. And it's pretty revelatory. I also asked them for their MVP votes, and suffice to say that they like somebody that we haven't even discussed, which is
okay. All right. Well, that's interesting too. That'll be coming down the pipe over at ESPN. Greg, we appreciate the time, man. Thanks a lot.
Anytime.
There you go. It's Greg Wyshynski on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Let's get into Fired Up now for Gemco Fireplaces.
Buffalo Dallas wouldn't be bad either, in terms of a rematch there. The whole
like a little history there.
Brett Hall could drop the puck.
Fired Up, Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton in the area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. All right, let's get to a couple of your text messages that rolled in a little bit. He did say Werenski as well for the Norris Trophy. Although, what was this? It was a preseason prediction on the Kings would beat the Oilers.
Yeah, it was a preseason, and as he jokingly referred, it's either picking that or they play an exciting game. Which, yeah, maybe you do go because they don't play exciting hockey. We all know that.
All right, look. How fired up are you here in Edmonton about this whole Norris Trophy thing? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Like,
don't ask me.
Well, I know I'm not. Like, I'm asking the fans. Like, are you going to be legitimately pissed if Evan Bouchard doesn't win the Norris Trophy?
You know what? If I'm cheering for a team and players on that team are up for personal awards and they don't get them.
It doesn't bother you?
Well, and in fact, it should fire up. In theory, it fires up the player more to say, you know what, screw you. I'll prove. Personal awards are great. They're great for the player. They're great. I mean, all these things aside, but the goal is to win the team trophy and the cup. That's kind of what I'm focused on. And yeah, I mean, it's a good bragging point, I guess. It's fan debate online and all that. I mean, that gets pretty hot and heavy, but. To me, I don't know if it's a hot take. I don't care about player awards.
I think Trev would be putting out a pretty fiery video if Bush doesn't win the Norris Trophy.
If he doesn't win, no, I actually don't think I'd be
okay.
Mad.
All right.
I'm fired up that we're having this conversation for sure.
Okay.
Growing up being an Oilers fan, I remember when McDavid, got his first 100-point season, secured the Art Ross, won the Hart Trophy back in, his second year. That was great. I always said, growing up, I was like, I always want to see, it's a bucket list of things. And, McDavid getting those awards as a fan, that was awesome. You're like, yeah, as an Oilers fan, know that the Edmonton Oilers have the best player in the world playing for the team I cheer for. That is great. And then, you got the next year. He follows it up. And then you got Leon Draisaitl winning the Rocky Richard. Those were things as a fan growing up that I personally loved. I really did. That was something to cheer for. There's the team, right? Going into the playoffs, that's great. But when you have players that are just that dominant, it's another thing you can also cheer for. So I won't be mad if Bouchard doesn't win it because, I don't think he's deserving of it. I really don't. I think Werenski, I like his chances more. I think what he's doing is maybe a little bit more impressive. But I'm fired up that we're having this conversation for sure. Growing up, I told you guys yesterday on the show, that's always something that I wanted was the Oilers to have just a offensive dynamo on the blue line. And they never had that. So they have that now in Bouchard. I think, if he has a 100-point season next year, and if he loses it, maybe a 70-point season from Dahlin because he's better defensively, I'd be more fired up about it then. But I don't think Bouchard should win it this year. So I wouldn't be fired up if he lost. But the fact that we're having this conversation is great.
That fires you up.
That fires me up, man. That's so cool.
The texts on this, just quickly, we hit a couple of them. T-Bag texts in and says, individual awards mean nothing without winning a cup, full stop. Road Dog Trev says, I just think it's ridiculous that the Norse has gone to the D-man with the most points for the last how many years, but now it doesn't seem to matter. RCN says, honestly, I could not care about the voting. TubeSock says he couldn't lose a second of sleep over the Norris trophy. If I tried, let him hand out trophies. I got absolutely nothing invested in it. Zero pulse, zero concern, already moved on. And Sharpie texts in and says, Trev was growing up when all of that happened? Are we sure he's old enough to have a job?
Kind of. I grew up with these guys.
Yeah.
Same age.
Well, we're all still growing up. Like, we don't...
Technically, yeah.
You're always
until you're dead.
always growing up.
Yeah.
It's true.
Sorry to...
Yeah. We're also all dying right now, too.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, your cells, too, like, they die, and then you're kind of dying every day, in a sense.
Like a snake.
Wouldn't that be something, hey, if you could shed some skin and leave like a shell of yourself like standing at the door?
Oh, Dusty shed this morning. All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you're looking to support the team, you can pick these up at William Huff. Hold that up. Smell it again. Hold up.
That's good.
Remember, we created the idea of making a what do you call it? From
Banner by Bruce?
Yeah, banner. Yeah, the because it smells so good.
Smells great.
Some cologne.
A cologne.
Fresh
A cologne. Yeah. Ooh, you're wearing Banner by Bruce.
Or like a room potpourri.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put a dish in your bathroom.
So you can pick all this stuff up. And they're selling them in packages, but for all you nasties, they're also just selling them individually. So you got the smaller decals, you've got the one size banner, you got a bigger banner, you got the stickers and everything. You can get it all at williamhuff.com/shop. And if you use the code ESTHuff10, you will get 10% off. Yeah, ESTHuff10, 10% off until Thursday at midnight. So at least go check it out. See what might tickle your fancy. williamhuff.com/shop. williamhuff.com/shop. All right, what did we learn today, boys? What did we learn on this show here?
Well, Trev said he wants to get tased.
That was a big one.
That stole the show here. I think we have to look at making this happen.
Yeah. Orca Driver says we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
I want to contact him.
So he didn't say no.
He didn't say no.
Police officers are allowed to tase whoever they want, right?
I don't think. Do you have to file a report if you like detach your
I like
taser?
the idea
you have to go back
of
to the thing and
he has to have a reason to do it.
Yeah.
So we get it all on video. You slap Orca Driver in the face, and then he tases you.
Yeah,
that'd be funny. Yeah, there has to be. He has to have cause.
Aggravated assault against an officer.
How about you slap him? You pinch him.
Pinch him.
Tickle him a little bit.
I'll try to tickle him.
Stop that. Stop it. I'm
right
going to tase you. I'm going to tase you. So that was the big one we learned. We learned that Trev wants to be tased. You're going to drink what tomorrow on the show?
A Rockstar energy drink.
For the first time in your life?
First time in my life. Probably the last.
And I have a leaking sink piece.
Now this is interesting.
We're not sure what it is.
Yeah, this is going to continue probably into the summer, probably into the fall.
And I'm hiding from roofing guys in my neighborhood because I don't want to get sucked into a new roof because I don't think they do very good work.
Well, you've seen it with your own eyes.
Well, the neighbor has it. I'm like,
Exactly.
your roof looks very average for a roof that just got done. All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. What do you do for sound of the day today here, boys? A little Halud crew? Why not? It's a Tombstone Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tombstone Tuesday, why not? Eh?
It's the Halud Crew.
I'm your huckleberry.
It's the Halud Crew. It's the Halud Crew. It's the Halud Crew. It's the Halud Crew. Halud, 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 Halud. It's the Halud Crew.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear?
It's the
Hell's coming with me!
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
It's the Halud Crew. It's the Halud Crew. It's the Halud Crew. Halud, 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 Halud. It's the Halud Crew.
It is the Halud Crew. Tombstone Throwing Tuesday on the Nielson Show. All right, let's get into your Royal Pizza text of the day today.
Royal Pizza.
I'm having it for supper tonight. He's having for supper tonight.
I can't wait.
Yeah. It is your Royal Pizza text of the. You know what you're getting? Did you already have the order play? You're getting wings,
I
right?
have
You
an
gotta
idea
get
in
some
my
wings.
head, but it's always nice to peruse the menu and just see if maybe. I mean, they got a variety of options there.
Still making it great. The best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. Order online today. RoyalPizza.ca or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Spicy vegetarian. Available now for a limited time only. Oh, where did we go? There's lots of text today. People
There wasn't really a theme.
Yeah, there wasn't a theme. I don't know if there was one that really sort of crushed it. People were kind of angry in the 6 o'clock hour because of the loss and Losovic being used in the
power play.
And then obviously when Trev said he wanted to be tased, there's got to be a text to the. There's got to be a text of the day in there somewhere. I would think. Let's see here. Give us a second.
Somebody was asking if William Huff was offering weekly pricing on their.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Who was that one? I don't remember who that was.
Hampton Steve,
Dr. Dry, Dr. Seuss. No,
it wasn't Hampton Steve. Hampton Steve did say when Marshall was older, he can put all of his pickup lines on the armband.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. That was not bad actually. Yeah, we also learned that on the show today. Marshall has a quarterback armband. I would see if I can sneak it away from him. Yeah, but he'll be at school. He's probably not going to be. He's probably not going to be using it. So that's a good one as well. DVD says if Trev doesn't drop to the ground when he gets tased, he'll buy you Popeye's lunch. How's that sound, Trev?
And a 4-pack of beer.
I would like that very much.
This guy doesn't have a handle, but he said, but could YouTube Trev get tased and not blink?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that, buddy?
I think I would.
While doing the splits.
I think I would cuss probably.
You think you would swear?
I think I'd do that. I'd try not to. I don't know, man.
We also learned that you went and bought a CD player.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Let's go Hampton Steve for text of the day.
Hampton
today.
Steve.
All right, if you're watching over YouTube, hammer the thumbs up before you take off, or don't take off. Turn on autoplay, and that'll take you right on over to the Hangout. Who's been coming up those stairs? there?
It's Cash.
Oh, yeah, I got
Team
some cards.
EST
I
head
got some-
coach from the Heavy Hockey
Yeah, I
Showdown,
got
and Doug
some-
McLean is in.
Oh, wow, that's a nice little mix right
alongside
there.
Tommy and Matt.
All right. I got some cards for Cash from the Crack Pack, so I'll get those over to him. So stick around for the Hangout Lock Shop at 11 today. 2 guys in goalie with myself and Gager from 12 until 1. EST Afternoons with Gager and Hernan from 1 until 3. And then the Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. And if you are listening on 95.7 Cruise FM and you said, hey, man, I'd like to listen to the rest of those shows, then just download the iHeartRadio app, download the TuneIn Radio app. They're free apps. Put them on your phone, hit play all day. You can also listen on your desktop as well. You can go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, click on the audio player. You can just keep watching on YouTube as well. We're going to get you back to classic rock over on 95.7.
have the time
to listen to me whine. Green Day. Else. Basket case is coming up for YouTube Trev, who's just a few months away from being tased like he always wanted to. And Lieutenant Eric, I'm Dustin Nielsen. I'll talk to you in the Lock Shop. Take it easy.